In memory of our Aghyaran brothers, Prunchas McAhill, Michael Lynch, Kevin Lynch, Barry Gallen, Cormac McLaughlin, Conor Brannigan, and all those before and after. Gone too soon, but never forgotten.
The Chronicles, the Chronicles, the Chronicles of AghyNarnia. The Chronicles, the Chronicles, the Chronicles of AghyNarnia.
Are we still on?
We're still on.
Oh, chat about Man United getting beat last night.
That's automatically. Hello there. Welcome to the Chronicles of AghyNarnia, the podcast that delves into the lives of everyday legends as they tell us their stories, the tales of yesteryears gone by, and ones yet to come. I'm your host Andy Dolan, a part-time teacher, part-time Dark Knight, full-time wind-up merchant. I'm here with my fantastic co-host and friend Claire Devine as we both navigate our way to chronicle these amazing stories into becoming myth and legend. What can I say about Claire? She is a diligent pharmacist by day, a talented artist/musician by night, and above all, a mother 24/7. We both grew up in a wonderful little place in the middle of nowhere called Aghyaran, or as I've always called it, AghyNarnia. Whenever I told people where I was from, they would often struggle with how to pronounce Aghyaran. They'd say, "Aghy what?" So after a while, I just found it easier to say I was from AghyNarnia. I would tell them you go about 5 miles out the road from Castlederg until you lose your phone signal. Not long after that, you'll come to a crossroads with an old abandoned wardrobe. Go beyond the wardrobe and turn left. But whatever you do, never turn right. We'll never find you again. So let me tell you about AghyNarnia, our beloved townland way out in the wild west of County Tyrone. Nestled in the rolling hills and enchanted woodlands of the north of Ireland, AghyNarnia is more than just a place on the map. It's a community rich in history, culture, and stories waiting to be told. Join us as we explore the hidden gems, local legends, and everyday lives of the people who call AghyNarnia home, the AghyNarnians. There's something magical in the air around home, and there's something special in the water. Then again, we do have a distillery nearby, so maybe that's just the Duff beer. In seasons to come, we'll venture further afield to other communities beyond the wardrobe, but never down that road to the right. In terms of socials, you can find us as AghyNarnia. So firstly, Claire, Cracky-chan, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Still enjoying this lovely weather.
Oh, you got a good day for the communion?
We did indeed, thank God.
Bouncy Castle was out?
Yes, we had no electricity for the first day, mind you. But
That's right, Friday was a bad day.
But other than that, no, we had a great weekend.
Yeah, that's sorted. Well, who's our special guest for today?
So today we have two guests. We have Shane Sweeney and Owen Devine. You're very welcome.
Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
for having us. Thank you.
A few legends in the room today.
Football and legends, Aghyaran,
Yeah.
Tyrone.
We're all the wrong way.
Oh, we'll get to that, don't we? Give away spoilers.
Yeah.
No, it's a real privilege to have you, and delighted you are both on board. Like, especially as our peers and
Yeah.
age-wise, and special memories that we can all relate to growing up. Like, and
Yeah.
we'll jog your memory on a few of those things too. Roland.
Definitely.
So we'll kick this off. First of all, maybe if you just want to tell us your memories of home, who your family were, and maybe what life was like growing up in Aghyaran.
Shane's wild to go first.
You know me well. Go you first, I can copy.
Well, I suppose regards myself, Owen Devine here, Mulnerine man, but like Claire
Yes,
Mulnerine.
absolutely.
Mother's Geraldine, my father's Martin, and I've 3 brothers, Martin, Kieran and Paul, so plenty of black eyes and bruises growing up.
All supported different football teams too.
4, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the smart one, sport Liverpool. Marty sports United, Paul sports Arsenal, and Kieran sports Everton, so I wasn't exaggerating with black eyes growing up.
Kieran was the biggest loser there, was he?
You're the biggest loser. Just reminding me of that. No, all good. A lot of happy memories.
Great times in Mulnerine, the
Times,
Devine boys.
Very eventful. Always you're like you were on
Yeah.
earlier on chatting, but outside, chatting to your mum earlier on, you're always outside. There's
Yeah.
always something happening or heading somewhere on a bike.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're down our house frequent
Down
too.
your house, yeah.
Down McKevin.
Flat out on the roads. There's a lot less cars, I suppose, on the roads. The roads are a lot
Yeah,
safer.
they were.
Yeah, true.
And there's no helmets being worn or nothing like
No.
Nah,
But,
jeez.
hey, you wouldn't change it.
No.
Bonfires, setting up bonfires, cycling the football pitch,
Yeah.
cycling the Ballinfee.
That's right.
I don't know if you remember,
There.
I remember I was collecting a bonfire for you one night,
Aye.
and I don't know if you got away or not, but I definitely got stopped by the police anyway.
Oh, he would have got away and you would have caught.
I wasn't there that night.
Yeah, they're not, sorry. Allegedly.
That was your brother, Andy.
What about yourself, Shane?
Oh, well, as you know, I'm from Lact by the Garva side, as they always said, the far side of the water, over there. Hey.
Not the forgotten side.
Not the forgotten side. A younger brother and sister, Peter and Catherine, and my mum and dad, Seamus and Esther. But it was always, like my grandfather, he was kind of the boss always.
Yeah.
As your father probably know, John Sweeney, very crabbit man, but you had to do what he wanted. So, it was, hey, growing up was really me, was fireman and football, hey, out helping him and then trying to get fit the football in then, and he'd been given out then, there couldn't be football on the day again, could they? You know, but it was great growing up, hey, you just, out in the country, I just loved it, hey.
Yeah, I remember like days in the summer, the bog, and like you would have prayed for rain in the summer just so you
that's
wouldn't have to go to the bog.
Or the midgets.
Oh, but like the stories that came out of those adventures to the bog, like it was hard work and hard graft, but like we have some great memories growing up.
Longest days ever, hey, in the bog.
Oh, crazy.
Back-
We actually didn't go to the bog, but I always
Lucky.
remember the Connollys going up and down on the tractor.
Yeah.
Squeaking ahead in there.
Aye.
Yeah.
And we were like, we didn't realise it at the time, like the day's work that they had ahead of them.
Yeah.
It was like times years ago, like any small job was like a day's
Yeah.
work, like
Yeah.
you'd head off in the tractor, it took you maybe over an hour to get there, and then
Yeah.
the brakes and all. No gadgets back then, hey, it was good growing up, hey, definitely.
I would always say it was the best tea I've ever tasted. Maybe you appreciated it more for a break.
You're well ready, like locked air, Gandhi.
Locked air. Well, Claire can tell you about locked air.
I did lock there.
Fair play to you.
Yeah. I got told that if I did it once, I'd go back 3 times. I've only ever done it once.
I've done it twice, so I have to,
Oh, have you?
have to
Right.
do one more,
Oh,
yes.
gosh.
Still on my bucket list. Might get there
Maybe this
someday.
year, Divide.
When you go on, I'll go.
That's a pack.
Sure, I'll go.
It's all recorded. Well, what about your school days then in St. Carol's?
I loved St. Carol's now. Looking back, I really enjoyed it.
Was
Good
it called
crack.
St. Carol's at your time, or was it Carrie Cohan still?
Changed
halfway.
during our time.
Aye, that's what I was thinking. I couldn't remember.
Because I think maybe 89 or something, the uniforms came in, so I think it might have been somewhere around then.
Yeah.
We left in 93. That's when we left in 93. You usually left in 92.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember we used to have blue uniforms with the blue ties?
But I would see up on the, just when looking here, the lovely photographs you have in the house here, the family. But in our house, we're all wearing different jumpers. So first the P1 jumpers.
Yeah.
Seem just your own clothes.
Aye.
And then there's a wee bit navy and navy.
Aye.
Blue tie and a navy jumper. I think wasn't the choice. Could be wrong with this now. St. Bridget or St. Carol's.
Yeah. There was a
You had
vote.
to vote.
There was a vote. Aye.
Because remember our house went for St. Bridget.
So
Aye.
Bridget the family.
Aye.
St. Bridget, I suppose everybody's just voting for
Yeah.
their own connection.
Yeah.
I don't remember
No.
that now. I don't remember a vote now. I can't
I'm
remember.
really sure it's Bridget or St.
Aye.
Carol's.
Yeah.
That'd be
definitely the
true.
vote, I remember.
The families in the parish get to vote, you see.
Right.
But
St. Carol's won out.
no, I really enjoyed it. I used to love, it's always supposed with the ball. Football, lunchtime in the hill.
The
Pretty
hill,
older, up in the
Yeah.
hill. Aye.
We would talk about that running to the hill, and Claire, your description is rolling down the hill.
Sliding back down it then now after. It was wet.
But they get some great games up there, and even in the playground,
Yeah.
there was always something.
And look at the numbers too when we look back. Like we were the smallest class, me and Shane's class was the smallest in school. There was 27 in our class.
There was 33
Yours
in
was
ours.
30, yeah, they're all
Aye.
30. With 27, like which would be the biggest now.
Uh-huh.
Although I think there's 23 lilies in P7, there's 23 P7, which is brilliant.
Uh-huh.
But for years it had dropped way down. Like.
Yeah.
Oh, whenever they had to do composite classes, like
Aye.
Yeah.
it's hard to even fathom it because like we were just used to P1, P2,
Yeah.
P3,
Yeah.
not everybody together.
Which class was mobile? P3 was it? Was mobile?
P3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mrs.
Yeah.
McCurry.
Aye.
Yeah. P3.
Out in no man's land.
Oh, great memories. Great memories. Teachers might think different, right?
Aye.
But
So-
Bridget twice.
Yes. Who would have stood out for you as
Bridget,
teaching?
P7
Aye,
and P1.
Yeah.
that's right.
She was
And Miss
P1.
Connolly twice.
Miss Connolly twice.
P4.
Miss Dooher, she started, was she P?
Miss McGlynn was P5.
Uh-huh. Miss
No,
McGlynn.
we hadn't Miss Connolly twice. With Miss McHugh twice. With
Yes.
her, I think in P6.
and P2.
P2, I think it was P2.
We had our P1, P7.
Yeah,
I must
we had our
have
P1 and we had Bridget P2.
Bridget was P1, P6.
P1, P6, yeah.
She had us for the 11 plus P7, Bridget.
Uh-huh.
I suppose there's two Miss McHughs. Miss Mary McHugh
Uh-huh.
with her P2, P6, and then with Mairead P3.
3.
And Master Mannion was the principal.
Master
Yeah.
Mannion, yeah.
That's right.
He's a big strong man. Like,
Oh, he was.
back to Norris, I mean back then they're all big like.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
strange when you're back the first time and the wee tiny chairs.
Ah, that's
And
right.
you knew when you're there, your feet were dangling. Your feet were dangling. You're like,
The same normal. They're tiny, hey.
I think it's down now, but I was in school just over a year ago, and the photograph from our class, it's like a P2 or P3 photograph, was one of the photographs in the corridor. But it was not earlier on in the year. I think they're all gone now. It's strange looking back at the faces, you know.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we're not all still here, hey.
No, no.
That's a sad
Thank
part of
our,
it.
thank our blessings.
That's the thing.
Yeah, be grateful for every day.
St. Carol's a great memory. I must say I did enjoy it most of the time anyway.
Ms. McGlynn was the tin whistles usually started around P5.
P5.
I remember hiding it. I just hated playing the tin
know.
whistle.
What was the recorder?
Recorder,
Recorder.
yeah.
Was that her as well, was it?
I just remember Miss McGlynn, I used to always hate it, and then she would like feel sorry for me and give me a tin whistle, and I'm like, no way.
You used to play school as well. We were on the play school up at Parish Hall.
Yes.
Your mum was about it.
My
Claire.
mum, I think, was one of the
Aye, one of the
co-founders
guides.
of it.
Right.
Aye.
Up in Parish Hall, beside the chapel. I vaguely remember getting milk and bickies and that. Were you at it?
And dipping a lunch, wasn't
No,
it?
I was never it.
I do remember Alana McSorley being at it
Right?
and Kira.
I had
And
no
You
idea
think
that
back,
even
would have only
existed.
been 4.
aye, I do have memories of it. Like.
Aye, so was that.
Me and
13
Shane were out
years
working
ago.
the bar.
Aye, exactly.
You were still in the dummy, you weren't allowed to go.
Your dad or all the firemen. But even like
Well-
myself, like in school, hey, you know, I just the howl. It was always
Yeah.
just loved the howl and football. Well, the schoolwork was a different story, but I found a wild change, you know, going to St Eugene's then.
Yeah.
It was a real shock to my system because mine you always had like the top, middle, and bottom
Yes.
class, and I was in the middle. But all my mates were youth boys and the brothers, and they're either in the top class or the bottom. And I was, see,
You
the first couple of
struggled,
days, I really struggled because you didn't talk to nobody and all. Oh, definitely. But after that, I was grand. But no,
Yeah.
definitely the first couple of weeks, hey, I was going, geez, I didn't like it, hey.
Yeah,
But I got
settled
out-
in.
Settled in, all right then. But I love primary school, hey.
Like, you got great teachers over there, and you remember being outside so much.
That's
Even
right, yeah.
nature
Aye.
walks we would have done now and
Yeah.
again.
Mark Conley had us flat out running all the
Oh
time.
my
right.
god. I used to always get a stitch when I was
Making us do press ups, do you mind?
Still does. Connor, I remember there was one morning, Connor's like, oh mommy, I've got Mark Connolly today. He loves it, but there was he was just coming back from Longford and he was so tired. And he said, I said, do you not like it? And he goes, mommy, I just know he's going to make us run for ages and
I
ages
know.
and ages.
I love asking them, what Mark Mickey's do today? They made us do this and this and this.
But even the cooks and the dinner ladies, the staff too were characters
Like, they knew everybody by name.
you ever
That's right, aye.
Even Siobhan McGill, the secretary, like, she would
right,
know
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
It was one of the pluses of a smaller school. Hey, it's more.
think back now. Who was the caretaker?
John
Gallen.
Gallen.
John Gallen,
Gallen.
yeah.
Jimmy Joe before that.
Jimmy Joe.
He was our bus driver then too.
Loved the dinners too, and the desserts was a great thing. You know, you wouldn't have desserts maybe not as plentiful as now. You loved getting
Yeah.
custard or whatever
Yeah,
you
bit
get
of
at the
sweet.
deadly. You always cleaned the plate along.
I remember Master Mannion actually shouting at me one time for putting too much salt on my dinner.
You didn't get a clip in the ear, Andy, no?
One time, so
Yeah, because then Anne became our principal then.
Yeah,
That's
after
right, yeah.
after Master Mannion and
Master
left, like,
Mannion.
I think we ever done for class, did it? We must have missed that. She was the principal our time.
She
Like.
definitely took a few classes. I remember that.
Full
But
down times.
She never took us for a class either,
I
Claire.
don't think so.
No.
Could possibly have been because Kira was in your class,
Yes.
Claire and Andy, and Connor
Kira.
in our class, and we
Yes.
didn't want to be in the same class.
I'm just
Yeah.
thinking.
Could be wrong, she chose to-
True.
Avoid us, or maybe just they heard about the bad reputation. It's quite possible too.
I ran about you, hey.
I just
reputation because of him.
followed your
I
lead.
followed Owen.
Go on now, and what would be your earliest memories of playing for Aghyaran? Because that was always played alongside, school and
Aye, that's
yeah,
right.
and the training and
I think I remember it started under 10s, going over to training, and Ali being the manager.
yeah.
And in fairness, back then, hey, I think Ali took maybe all age groups, hey, under 10s, under 12s,
Had a
under
lot to do with
14s, hey. So you can look back in that, you go, like the time that he took into it, hey, it's not easy because nowadays there's probably 4 or 5 coaches and different levels. Hey, so back then, hey, there was nobody queuing up to take the teams. But I always remember that, hey, and as Owen said to me earlier, there was like a pink spray or something Ali used to have for the pigs.
That's
And
right.
I'll never forget that. He used to spray the balls with this pink stuff, and then your hands were all pink.
The back of the Jeep or back of the van's always full
That's
of
right.
pink spray and pink balls.
And you'll never forget the smell of the pigs. Hey, but
But Ali did invest some energy, hey, and like, you'd remember too, Andy, like, you know, he was nearly always every other week it's Drumquan we played.
that's right.
It was all about like how close it was to you, because obviously there was expenses like and travelling and having a bus and getting there.
That's right.
But funny, I was saying to Shane that I met Ali. I was just out cycling there. Was it last week or the week before? And just came across Ali and Maria out walking, like, and just down memory lane talking about stories. And I was saying them about our Damien. And me used to always remember how he taught us to catch the ball was big W would have made with your hands. And I was saying this to him, like, it always sticks out in our memory. Like, and he was like, well, he didn't know much about coaching, so he had bought a book, and this was in the book that he had. Yeah, the big W was.
Maybe Ali wrote the book.
Big W could mean something else, to be fair to you. But like, and even he was saying about nowadays you have like 5 or 6 people, like it's more small groups, and people are getting more time invested in them from more experienced coaching. Like, whereas he
And
was
from a
just
very
delivering.
young age as well.
Ali could have 30 in his own most nights, and that's and we're glad to have Ali. Or Saturday mornings too,
That's
religiously.
right.
You knew there's football on, like.
Because I was saying to Maria, like, as I remember, like, we must have been away at some match and we were coming back and we must have won, and the stop at a shop wasn't planned, so like nobody had really any money. So Maria was giving everybody 30p to go in and buy something, which was
I know.
You probably got a drink and a bar for 30p back then.
it was like, pay this back, pay this back, pay this back. But my God, like, just to do that for everybody, like, was fantastic.
Like, there was a couple of times a year there, I say, like, we'd be coaching me and Owen, hey, maybe Owen, somebody come for Owen for tickets or something, and then I'd be taking the group me Owen. The whole thing's a mess. I'm going, how did they do it years ago? Just one person? Or, just, definitely, hey, he put in a lot of time, so he did.
And strange too for us, like Liam Lynch was our coach then for a couple of years.
That's right.
That's right.
We got a bit older, and we're now coaching along with Liam Lynch.
Yeah, that's
you know,
mad.
strange.
Yeah.
And coaching.
I felt it was a big change going from Ali, because Ali was kind of like a father figure probably to all us at the very start. Like, he was the one who brought us in. He was the only person we've seen for so long. And
It was a shock, him and Liam coming on. You're going, geez, who's this boy?
And then Sean Harvey would not when we
Sean
were on
Harvey.
16.
That's right,
Sean.
yeah.
3 totally different characters. Like
Paddy Hands took us a year.
Paddy Hands, Robbie Caters was there.
Robbie was there.
Another man too, but it's nearly always all our older group, but you know, the times short for numbers, you'd have played up. John Sisley would have done a lot of coaching.
That's
Robbie Hugh, God rest him.
that's right.
The underage, mine playing in yellow jerseys
right,
with blue collar.
That's
right.
Wee boys in the team, like. And mine going one day now, the centre wasn't long up. Centre was put up, was it 88, 89, and was bombed.
89, 90, bombed.
And mine Uncle Gerald taking us for indoor along with John Sisley, but I don't mind what context it was.
Yeah.
I know they did a bit of
Peter
basketball
Cannon
as
came
well.
one time.
Yeah, we used to have a soccer tournament in the centre on stage.
Yeah.
Because I remember always going to that.
Holy Campbell.
Holy Campbell,
The
aye.
crowds.
The crowds were at it, were phenomenal.
Oh, it was big.
It was big. I come
Massively.
from all over.
But like, from talking to Charlie last week, and it was all about the debt the club was in, because obviously been bombed. It cost them a lot of money to try and set it all up again, and
They had to have £2,000 every month to pay.
I mean, John Lynch, Tar Lynch, maybe Maguire, I think Pascal Peter Cannon coming. But the roof was bombed at this stage. Took us one Saturday. We all got to meet them and all, and we were all loving life.
oh no, I have this written down.
You remember that? You remember that? Yeah.
Because what I remember about it was probably one of the best memories I ever have. Like, it was Peter Canavan and Pascal and John Lynch had come down to give us a coaching, because I think underage was a big thing in Tyrone at that point, and they were up and coming big players. But I remember, like, we were all playing against each other. It might have been like 7 against 7 and picking out. And then Peter Canavan just like, everybody stop. Stop what you're doing. You're running around like headless chickens. Except for that boy there. That boy there. He's only one putting his head up and picking out a pass. And everybody's looking around. Like, and then he taps me in the shoulder. And I'm like, me?
Your proudest punch. Proudest punch.
But like, that was such a great experience. Like, that always sticks out in my memory. Those 3 boys coming along coaching us.
There's on with Peter Canavan. Hey, during COVID, I joined a lot of webinars, but Peter Canavan took one, and there's a Q&A at the end. And somebody had asked him about growing up, and he says, like, you know, you have to remember when I was growing up, I didn't have a club. because there was a big split. But he says all the managers who played for it underage at club or school, he said, I can't remember anything they told me, and we can relate to this, but I can remember how they made me feel.
Yeah.
And that's like we're on now with Ali and Sean and Liam.
Yeah.
You know, they made you feel valued and welcomed, and that's the most important thing. That's got you back
That's
next day.
right,
Oh, definitely.
Back next day.
But Devine, there's some difference saying Ali's way of working and Sean Harvey's.
Sean were love hit.
It's like Ali, you know, if you had a stinker of a game, or still hard luck, keep it going.
Keep her going.
As Sean Harvey would be saying, get off, you're useless today. He would let you know hey, if you were
I
bad.
remember one time we played against Dragish, and like I was more of a soccer player playing Gaelic than anything else, and I remember just the ball was about 18 yards out, and there was a guy right on my shoulder, and I knew if I went bent down to pick this up, he has me. So I just dribbled it in, slotted in the corner, scored a goal, and as soon as I came off, he was like, no soccer, nah, that's not good enough, I don't want to see any soccer in this pitch.
Sean or
This Sean. Oh, Jesus.
I just scored a goal.
Then a couple of weeks later we had another game, same thing, except this time went to pick it up and I got caught. And as soon as the match was over, he was like, where's the soccer today? I was like, you just couldn't win.
Oh, you couldn't win, hey.
It used to always wear a basketball cap. And the way it like wouldn't be many subs as you get older years.
Yeah.
Fired at the ground, fired the pen, take you off and they know you bring on.
There was some crack.
And they would take you away in a bus too on your own. Sean drove the bus. Sean drove the bus, managed the team, did everything.
Yeah.
Fair play to them, like, and you know, coming home from work and family away into their own, but you know the energy they invested, like.
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing what they put in.
Aye.
Yeah.
Like Ali, like how many kids is Ali had at that point?
That's right, eh? 5 or 6.
I know he got to bring Ewan with them on most of those tracks, like, but still, like, that's a big commitment.
It's a commitment at the time, because when you go into coaching kind of yourself, you see the time, or if you
And when you become a parent yourself, then too.
exactly.
It's
And even Ali was
Taxi
a part
service,
of those taxi services.
taxi
right?
service.
taxi services, right?
Ali was a part of like those drama groups. And
Yeah.
the players and all. Like,
Yeah.
a love
Anything
for
else been
community.
going to the club that you've been at, them men been there too, helping out and working
Yeah.
at that too. They weren't just there
It's always
coaching.
the same people.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, in 91, this is what I've written down, that we had a match in Ballyshannon. Do you remember this? And they took us down.
Waterworld.
Waterworld had just opened that year. And that was, like, but that was such a big occasion.
Yeah.
And we were running about wild about water.
That's
But
right.
Norn all day, like all day, loving life. Played a match or two in the morning. I remember playing. I think we played Adru, Ballyshanon's club. You went to Waterworld, and it felt like 2 or 3 hours. Which we were only half an hour. We were at the shops and amusement
Went to
halls.
shops.
Yeah, it was cracked like.
You were stealing the shop.
Allegedly.
As long as you're not caught in that.
I remember it was a really hot day. That's what I remember, like, and just the druth.
And there's older
playing.
boys there too, Andy, wasn't it? I think there's older.
Yeah, I think maybe a bit of from under 16s.
Down, aye.
Down,
We might be on
definitely.
to 12 or something.
Yeah, because there's probably a lot of matches. We were probably waiting to play a match maybe for a long time.
I know that we're looking forward to it for weeks.
That's
Like
right,
Yeah.
a lot of the matches back then too, and I mean sheep in the field, dung everywhere, and
Oh,
up in the bray, like. Which you wouldn't get it now, like.
Yeah.
I remember playing in, was it Greencastle on the midges? At you alive.
Aye, remember that too. Matches in Greencastle.
And actually there was a game we played against Mountfield. Now your brother Martin might remember this.
Was it like a Monday night or something?
Monday night,
One
but
night.
they didn't have enough players. So I played for Mountfield that night. So did your Martin.
Was
But
Cahill Doherty playing that night? Remember
aye, Cahill as well.
I think the whistle went to when Cahill couldn't hear right, so he couldn't hear the whistle and he was playing on. I have memory of that too.
Oh, Cahill was a great player.
Good player.
But I remember your Martin scored a goal for Mountfield
You
against
sure now?
allegedly against Aghyaran.
Well, Andy, is Damien McNabb the same age as you?
Damien
Yes.
McNabb, same age as
David
me.
McNabb.
Do you mind him coming to saying he'd still have the work boots on him?
That's
Would
right,
you mind?
yeah.
I mean Stevie Rogerland one day with the work with the Dr. Martens. Wasn't work boots for Stevie, but I mean Dr. Martens.
David McNabb was an absolute hoot. I don't know if you remember, Claire, because I say this to my family all the time. There used to be like a Drifters ad, like, you know, the chocolate bar. And
Yeah.
it was real, like, you know, like jive talking, like kind of like Jamaican or something, like, and they would have said like bazooka baby. David McNabb used to always just shout this out in class, or
Yeah, randomly.
randomly, and Mary McHugh would be like, Damien, get your feet off the corridor. And he'd be like, it's not a corridor, miss, bazooka baby. He was hilarious. I even remember Michael Lynch telling me a story in St Eugene's where he was in like some classroom and he was looking out and there's like a line of trees outside of St Eugene's and all he could see is these boys running from tree to tree and then ducking their head out like Damien McNabb was one of them. Like.
in the middle of it.
Good fella, David McNabb. Like.
I mind one day too, Ali, or it must be like a Saturday, and it divided us all into teams from like under 14 down on the 10. And, like, user Tyrone, and like, played like a wee blitz.
Nice,
I remember that there, and it was good old crack. I think I was Meath. Don't think we won, right?
You wouldn't have wanted to win.
Wouldn't want to win.
The other things that stand out for me, and well, there's a third thing for me as well. Like, but I don't know if you remember, like we got out of primary school one day to play a match down at the centre, and this was the day John Joe McHugh scored the infamous point.
I remember that point.
Do you remember that? And we're not trying to do John Joseph McHugh any badness here, but there was a fierce wind that day. He was a goalkeeper. And I mean, he just kicked out the goal kick.
That 25 note fell out of your pocket. I mean, in the near corner, how he hit the kick out and the one caught it over his own bar. Funny, John just remembers that himself, you know.
Yeah.
I was chatting to him.
Oh, you'd never forget
3 or 4
that.
years ago, and he brought it up for his over my own bar.
Did not.
Oh, he did
Yeah,
that.
like a
I thought you
Kick
meant
out.
he kicked it and got it over the other bar.
No, he had a kick
His own
out. It's out of
team.
his hands.
Oh, no
The one
way.
caught it back of his own bar.
Oh, Jesus.
That was crazy. Like.
John Joseph.
But I think we got out of primary school that day to go play that
I
match.
remember it was in the near corner. I thought it was a club game now, but you could be right, Andy.
Okay,
We're
well,
going back a long time now. Like.
that's what my
John
memory
Joe.
is telling me. The other thing was, and again, I'm not trying to do anybody madness here, Johnny Maguire's penalty. I don't know if you remember this against Drumquin, no?
Go on ahead, I can't.
Now, I told this story at Johnny's wedding, so Johnny's okay with this story. So we're playing Drumquin, and I got fouled and won a penalty for us. And Mickey Anderson was over to me. He was like, "You're a soccer player, you take a penalty." And I was like, "Mickey, you're one of our best players, you take a penalty." So as we were having this back and forward, Johnny Maguire goes and picks up the ball, puts it on the penalty spot. Such is the confidence in the man. And what does he do? Misses. But the amount of stick that he got, and then the following training session, he was like, "No, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to take another penalty," and he hit it in the exact same spot. And wide again. I remember at his wedding then, and like I wasn't part of the bridal party or any of that. They asked me just on the day, just would you get up and say a few words? And I happened to be sitting at a table with Ali, and that story came to my mind. So I got up and I started to tell the story about we had a game against Drumquin, and there must have been people from Drumquin in the at the wedding. And they're like, "Hey," and I was like, "Drum scum." And then I was telling the story about the penalty and how he missed it. But I was saying that's the confidence in Johnny. He just got up there and he goes out and gets what he wants. And Jackie's got one of the best waves any man could ever ask for. And I ended it on that note. So it was a positive. But
happy
always,
enough.
We're always weighing buses too, you know, compared to nowadays.
Yeah, it's all the
Many bus
parents
journeys, all the
doing
parents.
the-
There's advantages to that too. Back then, you were away most of the day. like.
yeah.
Sometimes parents mightn't even knew where you were. You just played football, and they just were happy that you're along with Ali, you're along with Ian, they're safe enough.
And even like you wouldn't have had the communication. I think I was saying to you, Claire, previously, but I remember I was out playing football all day with Johnny Maguire once, and then I came home at about 5 and they were saying, "Oh, you've a match at 5:30." I was like, "What?" And when I got to the match, I was absolutely wiped out. Couldn't play.
And no mobile phones back then, Andy.
No.
Yeah.
And you'd have walked or cycled till the centre.
To the training.
Same, we're all doing the same, like.
Yeah.
Ali had told me another story. This one's for you, Owen. That it was a game against Ernie and Stevie Duffy. Do you remember?
Remember Stevie?
Stevie, good character, like so funny. Like, but he was saying Stevie was our goalkeeper, and in the last minute, Ernie got a penalty, and he says Owen Devine went up, and he was like, "Stevie, out of nets. I'm doing nets for this one."
I hope I saved it.
Ali was like, "No."
Remember?
No, he was like, "Stevie's our goalkeeper, penalties, everything he's in," and so Stevie got to stay in goal, and he saved the penalty.
No way.
Saved it.
Brilliant.
Stevie was good crack.
Most people,
Oh,
most
yeah,
boys
you're
had the bits on at some stage.
Yeah.
You know, it's right after we mentioned Stephen Rodgers, Jimmy McNabb, Stevie Duffy. They mightn't have stuck at it.
No,
But
but
Oh, aye.
then I remember the girls then starting.
Yeah.
The ladies football began then shortly after that.
It was
Must have
around
been around
94, I think,
Aye,
maybe
93,
93.
Was it
94.
94? I went a couple of times and then I didn't.
Boys wouldn't pass the girls, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because we had a game against the girls one night up on the old slope
I
pitch.
remember that from the Bray, yeah. The older girls. Maybe
Alana
minors,
would have played. I remember Alana
Oh,
would have
we
played.
would always play against yous in school, wouldn't we?
Probably, aye.
Yeah, we were always playing.
Like you were always mixed teams, like whenever
Yeah.
You
you were.
know, you think, and that probably our first team back then, we like on the 10s, and like 10 years before us, they probably started like on the 14s.
Yeah.
Kieran McGarvey, one of the best players Tyrone ever had, on the 16s. But nowadays, there's, you know, it's all structured the whole way down. We've an on the 10 team,
Yeah.
boys, an on the 10 girls team,
Yeah.
on the 8 boys, on the 8 girls team. 2 years ago, we started with P2 boys, which
Right.
were on the 6s.
Yeah.
And this year we have a P2 girls team.
Yeah.
And then on the 3G pitch, you have 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds. We were starting
Kindergarten.
8. We were probably 8 when we started.
Yeah.
And then like Les and Kieran McGarvey starting at like 15. But the whole thing now is structured the whole way.
Yeah. And it's
Great.
brilliant.
Great.
It is brilliant because you see the crowds of young kids out playing and they just enjoy it so much. Because my two definitely joined, they were 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it stands to them now so much. You
And
know.
boys only team, girls only team. And
Yeah.
But it shows how much the sport has grown as well. Like.
Yeah.
But it's something you enjoyed doing. Whenever you're younger, whether you could kick a ball or not, you enjoyed going down and having the
I love
crack.
Saturday morning getting
You're
away
playing
from
with your
football, like.
friends, hey, you just love it.
That's it.
Do you remember going early just to have a kickabout
That's
before
right,
you'd
yeah.
even start training?
Yeah.
We'd have played a lot on our field then. The
That's
bikes
right,
when there
yeah.
after you get home, you played
You'd
them
have
another hour and
played
that's before you
more.
home.
Yeah.
You went home when you're really, really, really hungry.
I'll just have a look at that's the first.
Aghyaran under 12 league section winners and under 12 tournament winners in Drumquin. Is that Cormac McLaughlin as well?
It's Cormac, yeah.
No way. Did you?
Some characters there.
There's Owen, there's Kevin, Marty Penrose, Benny McManaman, Ewan Fear, Peter Dolan. Oh my god.
Because even there was a Sean McHugh, Breweries. Well, Sean was the same age as us, like, because I couldn't remember him playing at all. But then there's a picture there of under 4. I think it's that one you
That's
have.
just one I
under
have.
Sean
14s.
McHugh then.
Oh,
Sean
see it
McHugh,
here,
isn't it? Yeah.
Side unit.
And that's on the slope pitch because you can see in the background the trees. The year whenever the pitch was being redeveloped around 95.
Quite a few of that team there, along with Ian Lunch, on the 14 team, would end up playing seniors and reserves for Aghyaran, like a high percentage.
Yeah.
Liam, you know, to us back then, we didn't realise it.
Aye.
Liam must have been very young, like, too. Like,
Aye.
We thought he was old.
Yeah.
That's Jerry
there's about
Down,
25
Sam
boys in that
Maguire.
photograph, like,
Aye.
him and his own.
Oh, that's a great one. Under Tyrone under 21 players, Shane Sweeney, Owen Devine and Michael Anderson with the All-Ireland under 21 trophy. These are very fresh faced looking in that one. Oh my god.
No grey hairs then, Claire.
No.
We're the Liam Lynches now.
It's been tough since Claire.
So the next thing we have to chat about is we'd already started playing Gaelic, but 1993 was probably a special year for our group and then probably for Aghyaran and future generations coming through because it kind of was probably the start of something special, and especially for you guys, like, and where it led you to, like, the under 12 Invincibles of 1993, shall I call it? Just that on the.
I didn't even know that,
undefeated
Andy.
season.
I didn't know that. Fact, hey?
Fact, that is a fact.
There now.
There was no O'Neill's player fit jerseys back then.
No.
One size fits all.
And even the gloves, you had all different shapes. And so, Mikasa, remember the wee black
Yeah,
rubber?
Mikasa.
Orange and black. There was red and black for a year too.
The height to Conor Brannigan and them too. Yeah.
Nearly every face so smiling.
Oh,
Stencil,
yeah.
like.
Good times. Owen, you were our captain of that marvellous team that time. You led us through all those
Aye,
victories.
well, captain that photograph, funny because I see him in the cup. I think the Derg Notes was running. Wasn't the Derg Notes?
Yeah, the
there would have been,
Derg
aye,
Notes or
definitely.
Dergian,
And
whatever.
I think the way Ali worked it was whoever got player of the match the week before, captain the next day.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that's the way I'm
Sometimes-
standing in the cup. I don't think it's captain all year round.
Sometimes he would ask a random footballing question if you answered it.
It could have been that too.
You were the captain.
Or it could have been
Right.
rotated.
Right,
Maybe it was my
right.
turn in the last
Right.
game of the year. The only one who hadn't got it.
For this purpose, we'll say you were our captain then.
But
the
he
whole
had
way
fairly
through it.
built confidence because we did. Like, obviously, we hadn't lost a game all year, you know.
Yeah.
And one of them tournaments was brilliant for us. 'Cause
Yeah.
we had to play up a lot. The teams above us hadn't, maybe the numbers or the interest wasn't there. So we were getting plenty of beatings too.
That's right.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
good that you could, you know, that's
Yeah.
probably stood this as well.
Like I felt like one year we would have been probably in the stronger competition, but like with the age way it worked out, we were probably up against older players at that stage. And then whenever we got to like the second year, well for me the second year of like under 12s, we were pretty strong
Aye.
together. Like, and there was great records kept back then because I have a lot of like the scores even and who actually scored in some of those games that we played. And even when I was thinking back when I looked at these dates and I was like, it was August 1993 when this early game started, which seems really
late.
Yeah.
Somewhere nearly over.
I suppose like that's the way they did it. Like they probably, because they didn't have as many coaches around, like maybe under 16s had to be done first and then it had to go to, or sometimes run simultaneous. But our first game was Drumquin. We won 2-7 to 2-5. It said man of the match was Francis McGlinchey. I know I scored a goal that day because every time I played Drumquin, I always scored a goal.
Sure.
That's always.
You scored a lot of goals. Hey, we played them a lot.
That's a soccer coming out of me. But then the next game was against Drumra, and this scoreline is crazy, like 5-11 to 0. Michael Anderson, man of the match, scored 4 goals and 2 points.
Wow.
Rory Mungan 1-1, Paul Anderson 0-2, Tommy McHugh 2 points, Ewan McSorley 2 points, Michael McHugh, remember him playing midfield, 1 point,
right.
and Shane yourself
Yeah.
scored a point that day.
You never scored.
I must have been there.
Full back. He wasn't captain. He wasn't captain that day.
Only turned it on was captain.
So then, like, that's, if you think that's good, the next one. Now, anybody from Tatteray might want to turn off their radio at this point, like, and
Oh
not
my
listen.
God.
Brona Mullen, if you're out there listening, turn it off. Beat Tatteray 14-4 to 1 point. Michael Anderson scored 6-1. Man of the match, Shane Sweeney scored 3 goals. Brian McHugh, Baisey, scored 2. Rory Mungan, 1-2. Kevin Byrne, 1-0. Owen Devine, goal. Paul Anderson, 1 point. I put down there, Claire. I had 15 assists that day. But that's, I just knew if you put a ball into the box, Michael Anderson would have scored. Just find him.
He could finish.
Oh, aye.
And he wasn't going to take too long to have a shot. Do you think he was going to pull the trigger?
If you're in a better position, he wasn't.
No,
He had the
you're not getting
confidence
it.
just to go for it. Like, so after that, then we actually, and I think I remember this game against Drumquin. We actually drew 5-4 to 5-4. And I remember we were leading by a good bit at half time, and then
They
all
come
of a
back
sudden
at you.
they just came back. I can't remember his name. Maybe you might, but there was one player from Drumquin. Was it Michael
There was two
something?
McLaughlin. Michael McLaughlin.
He was a great player.
Paddy O'Kane, the right
That's right.
player, and John Breen and boys like that.
Michael's a good player.
Michael,
aye.
must have been him. Michael McLaughlin.
There's
That's it.
still good rivalry with Drumquin too.
Aye, would be, yeah.
Man of the match that day was Baisey. Rory Mungan scored 1-2. I got 1-1. You got a goal again. Seamus Corey got a goal. Kevin Byrne got a goal. And Michael Anderson got a point. Now, after that, the records weren't really... It just said... I think the second game against Tatteray, they actually withdrew and couldn't field a team.
Mm-hmm.
And then we beat Drumrab, but there was no score. Whenever I look back at the records that were kept, whatever happened that day. But
Generally, if it's really big, they don't put the score in, so that probably would happen.
well, if it's 5-11 to 0-0,
First day.
I can imagine. Like, so that was us winning the league undefeated, and then a week after that, on the 9th of October. So this is going on to October. When you think about it, that's crazy.
Oh,
it's that
crazy,
date.
isn't it?
9th of October, we won the Drumquin tournament. So I think maybe Castledare would have played in that along with us.
I think we beat Newton Stewart in the final.
Newton Stewart.
I have a memory. I don't think the final went to full time. We were leading well, and Newton got rough start to fight.
Right.
I have a memory of Michael McHugh's dad, Tom, coming on,
Oh.
sorting things out. Shall we say?
Jared Devine did say between him and Patsy, they said there was quite a few games that they never got to finish.
Ernie was the main
Ernie
one.
was one of the worst sons, yeah.
But I remember even Michael, going back to Michael McHugh there, that because he didn't go to primary school, it was just strange.
That's
You
right.
just seen him at football, that was
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Obviously, he went to
St. Pat's.
Bats and
St. Pat's,
Castledare, like, but he was a great. Probably played midfield with you. I think you two were the midfielders that.
Good left foot,
that-
wasn't he? Left footed.
I have a memory of him. Was he right-footed, and then he kept working his left, and next time became left-footed?
Mine always something with the
that,
left foot.
something, aye.
Good left foot.
Michael's from Scotland now, I think.
He
Right.
is, yeah. He's over in
Scotland.
Scotland.
He's away a long time.
Very long time, aye.
Yeah,
Michael's very tall.
I was tall,
Very,
yeah.
very tall.
And good for midfield. I don't know if I ever told you the time we were on the bus back from a game one time. Now this is around June, so I had just turned, or maybe it was May. I was 11 and I was turning 12 in June. And Ali was asking what age am I, and I says 11, but my birthday's in June, meaning like I'm coming 12. But Ali picked me up wrong on this, and he was like, "Oh, you could still play for under 10s," thinking I was
10,
coming.
yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, geez, if I could play, then Peter Dolan surely could play." So there was a year where me and Peter Dolan played for the under 10s, when we were both 12. And I played midfield. That's the only time I've ever played midfield. But I remember playing against Strabane, because I went to school in Strabane. The boys were like, "How are you able to play?" I was like, "Ask Ali." Ali says I can play. So we won the Drumquin tournament. Now, I didn't know this whenever I looked this up. 6th of November, then we had a coaching session again from Peter Canavan, and Mickey Hart was actually there, and that's when we got presented our under 12 league medals.
Brilliant.
I was trying to look for this medal, like I
What
haven't.
year was that? In 93?
93, because we got a medal, and I think it says under 12 1993 on the back of it. Now, I had it, it's been around this house somewhere, but I couldn't find it in the last couple of days when I was looking for it. But I was looking back, and I was like, couldn't remember Mickey Hart or Peter Canavan being there that day. But that's what the.
You made an
the record
impression
looked.
then, did they?
Were you looking at club minutes,
Forgot.
Andy? Have you got
I was
club-
brothers the Parish magazine,
Yeah.
but in 1993
Oh, yes, aye.
they had a standalone one for Aghyaran and St Davids,
Aye.
which is the only years I've ever seen it happen. So it was all about the club, which is why there was a lot of that
A lot of info.
information in there. Like,
You see now how priceless stuff like that is.
No,
You
absolutely.
know, documented. Your
And
own
there-
penalties, what we have to bring up was Johnny's, must have the record.
That's right,
Rango,
aye.
Johnny McMenamin.
I was like a drunk one too.
Kendrum Kwan. 3 penalties, missed all 3.
Do you remember Andy? No,
Although he claims he didn't know this is a proper league game. Maybe mid championship on the 16s, wasn't it?
it was definitely league. You know.
He reckons he didn't miss them. The keeper saved 2 and 1 went over the bar. He still argues that. The keeper saved 2 and 1 over the bar.
I do remember that. I remember the one got over. There was whether the keeper saved it or not, but I remember the third. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
I chipped the third one over.
But why was he doing 3?
I blame the manager, Claire.
I
don't blame Johnny.
One, then the third goal.
Yeah, no.
But I would say, like, our year, like, Johnny was fantastic. He was the best Gaelic player.
Yeah.
And like Gary Falls would be a
There's another
player, and
20
Jim
points
Scarry.
like
And
that,
who else can I mention in
You
here?
see his sons.
We
now.
Tommy McHugh, see
Tommy.
Tommy was your year.
Tommy.
Tommy, strong as a bull, fast.
Yeah, he could, from the corners, Tommy
Gary
could kick
Falls.
great
He was
points.
very skillful too. He, wee Tommy.
Gary and Seamus, Tommy, yourself, Johnny was your year.
Yeah,
Michael was some
Damien
pats.
McNabb, Michael McHugh. I was some bats at that time. Like,
Ronan Dolan was your year, was he?
Ronan
Ronan
Dolan.
He
Dolan,
played a wee bit, not as long. Peter Dolan.
Peter
your year.
Dolan, yeah.
Peter, that's right.
He was our year.
'Cause that's what I was saying earlier to Claire. I
Stevie
remember.
Rodgie, was Stevie Rodgie your year?
Yes, he was
Steve
our year.
Rodgie,
too.
Didn't
yeah.
play much, but he said Doc Martin's on a day or two.
I was saying to Claire earlier about, like, I remember, like, one of the first games coming on as a sub. No, I didn't have boots, but Ronan Dolan was coming off. He was taking off his football boots to give me his, so I put football boots on going on. Like, it's just unheard of.
Yeah.
You would see it today.
You'd have 3 or 4 pairs to pick from.
But that's what we should start.
And they're all black.
Is a collection of
I know.
football boots. 'Cause the amount I have at the house, honest to
And the
God.
boots back then, Claire, were all black. Whereas now it's hard to get a black
You
pair.
wouldn't get a black pair.
They don't want black pairs now. It's not cool to have a black pair.
Yeah. That's the influence of the Premier League, I would say.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
footballers from there. Like, but the other thing I was going to say about that 1993, at the same time when we had our Invincibles year, the under-16s won the Grade 3 League and Championship in the same
Double,
year,
yeah.
which was kind of leads into our next section, which was the double winning of 1999, because that was the next big, probably for Aghyaran, there was a big gap between maybe 87, won the championship in 87 till 99, because it was that crop of players that I'm talking about, the 1993 team, plus the under-16s all coming together, plus there were still people like Kieran McGarvey and John Penrose
That's right,
playing in that team. Like, we could ask about the treble one for United too if you want to talk about that.
What about United getting bit last night?
Cut that part.
Shane, you want to go first?
I'll go first. The 99, hey, it was funny. 99 was I ruptured my spleen the start of the year.
Oh, I remember.
So I didn't play most of that year.
That can be one. So
That's why the ones who win the games.
am I right in saying you heard it then, the 1988?
That's
the
right.
21's the last game of the year.
That's right.
It was
Didn't
on the
realise it.
pitch,
Then it
It's the
just
first game of 99 then.
it carried through then, you know. So it
Draggish?
Yeah.
Was
was
it
draggish and friendly.
And Clonot was on the 21s.
That's right. Got injured, so I was out kind of most of that year, coming at the very end. But I mean, I was always going and watch the boys, hey, and I was kind of half jealous they were playing and I wasn't. You know the way it is, hey. But they were doing well. It was your first year on or second, kind of. No, but John Susty's year, 98.
1999 we won it, and Donald Reid made great work. Like he really raised the standards.
Oh, I
but
remember.
1998, Eugene Brown and John Sussif take a lot of credit.
Yeah.
John, God rest him, because in 1998 team wasn't going well. Standards were shocking, particularly with older players, and they just kept playing us young boys. We were only 15, 16. We were actually under 16. There wasn't a lot of boys training, bar the young boys, and they played us every week.
Yeah.
And we just about stayed up. But the following year, we had a year's football at adult level under their belts, and Reid came in and he totally changed the standards, raised the level regards older boys. They had to train, had to turn up, and less messing about and drinking, and he got the commitment with them. And then I suppose we had more confidence from having a year under our belts, as I say, and Donald Reid takes a lot of credit, of course, but
But
Eugene
definitely-
and John now put a lot of faith in the youth and took a lot of criticism for it, and it's probably why the club ended up probably says we need an outside man.
right,
It was a
yeah.
poor year
Yeah.
in the league table, but it was a massive help transition wise for 99. But
I'd say don't read it. Probably changed the level in Aghyaran, really.
I changed the culture.
Just no, you know yourself, Andy.
Dedication.
Years ago, at training, first thing you did was boys just kicked it in and out, and
Yeah,
the goals. Done a couple of laps and then played a match. Yeah, but don't read. Definitely changed all that, like training wise and
Fitness regime.
fitness.
a few boys come out at the start of the year, they only come out when it suits them, or come out just before the league
Yeah.
started. And Reid wasn't long weeding them out. You know, you're left with the dedicated lads, like.
right,
and you definitely get the culture right, like, and big into the fitness, but maybe too much for us running all the time, because we were still playing underage,
Yeah.
you know.
It was more so for the older
The old
generation.
But they're the boys who needed it. We were used to playing a high level underage, playing Division 1 the whole way up through underage, so
You
but our
probably would have been
skill
playing a
set
bit of McCrory Cup too, with
Aye,
CBS at the
a
time.
few
were you?
boys played schools, McCrory, or played county underage, so we had plenty of confidence, but you needed the older men, the physical men,
Yeah.
fit and dedicated, and in fairness, Reid got that sorted.
It makes a difference to the team when you're all committed then, doesn't it?
And you mentioned as well, like, when you Kieran McGarvey, like, we grew up idolising Kieran McGarvey, and next thing you're lined out beside him on a Sunday for a match, like.
Amazing.
But
You know,
it
great
was
year, like,
it was a great
year.
buzz, like, you know, at the end time when you, as you know, Aghyaran, not often we won anything, and we won it, well, losing the championship probably.
Lost the championship final.
We lost the
in a
championship
replay.
final.
Oh,
Should have won it the first day and didn't deserve to win the second day.
Was this Brackenville, was it?
That's
Yeah.
right.
And then fate would have it, last league game of the year, a couple of weeks later, decide the league was us and Brackenville. So it was like a third final, and it was on Aghyaran, and we won relatively one arm.
That's right.
You know, one hand enough, maybe
aye.
4 or 5 points. But it's deadly. It was severe dedication that year, like,
that's
that was
right,
unreal, but it was
Yeah.
great time.
It
Like.
was worth it then, though, but it was,
Great
Yeah.
it was just a great buzz about the place because it was like a new thing. It was like the time of Tyrone
Yeah.
when they won the first All-Ireland. Like, it was like years since it happened.
Yeah.
And it was definitely a good time, hey, 99.
Special memories, like, and
Yeah.
as you just
Throwing
said,
football in general, sorry Andy cut across you,
Yeah,
it was coming
go ahead.
really strong because that was 99, 98, Tyrone had won the minor All-Ireland, and you know, within 5 years from that, Tyrone won their first All-Ireland, and then the second one a couple of years later, so it was
Yeah.
some household names that you may come up
Oh,
against too,
yeah.
like good, really strong, good teams.
it's a special crop of players came through, like, and the fact so many went on then to actually play minor level for Tyrone.
But again, goes back to it, Sean Harvey, Ali McSorley.
Yeah, that's where it
Just
starts.
showing your
Yeah.
dedication.
That is,
and,
yeah. You know,
That's why I started with that under 12 team, because I think that's that crop coming through
yeah.
with yourselves and Paul Anderson even, and Michael
That's right.
Anderson, and even beyond that then you had
Marty Penrose,
Marty Penrose, Ricky Gallen came along.
That's right,
Not
Ricky.
long after that as well, like.
Keelan Dolan would play county minor.
Yeah.
Coming after us. Or Paul was in the league pal, minor league pal, I think.
Right.
That's right, hey.
But Ali was telling me as well that he had went to like a county board meeting. He says they're all sitting around, so this must be like in the 90s, and they were all saying like, we need to do what Aghyaran's doing. And Ali was like, what do you mean? Like, you've got those boys training during the winter, playing like indoor, doing basketball, like all that stuff was going on for us. It wasn't happening elsewhere. Like,
We
Was
took
that
it for
going on
granted.
back then?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I mean, often you could just book the
Yeah.
centre, you could book. You just like ball getting a slot, booking under a soccer.
We would have always had
Basketball,
indoor like
good
on a
crack, like.
Sunday night.
Because I know for my kids during the winter months that going to the training in the evenings when it's so dark and dull and
Short as a week.
it really does shorten the week for them. Not that you complain about all the running, but you'd
No,
rather be doing our
exactly.
exercise and sitting at home watching TV in the dark evenings.
I remember doing basketball drills down there. They had a coach, it was Jim McCluskey from Strabane. It was down doing basketball drills with us, like, and it was a whole different level of training compared to what we were used to.
It's great there, you see now the kids when they pull up like and they run out of the car, they can't sprint out the pitch or whatever it is, like.
Can't wait to go.
Can't wait. Reach for a ball and away they go. Happy as Larry.
And then if like with my two, if one's doing training, the other gets out to play at
Exactly.
the Astro with the other boys that are hanging around. Shane, what about telling us then about going for the minors and Tyrone?
And then leading into the under 21s.
The thing I always remember about the minors, hey, was the Ulster Herald. When the panel was picked, hey, and you'd have been out in the Herald, you see there's no text or
You
nothing.
need to buy the paper to
You
find
need to buy
out.
the
if
paper.
Wow.
And mine always going through the paper and looking for your name, and mine's been off by like a lord, and you're nearly looking at it. And I always nearly see Owen's name, and I go, jeez, where's my name now?
Pressure's on.
The
now.
pressure
So
was
you
on.
find out whether or not you were playing or not.
This
You made the panel?
was made the panel
made the
first.
panel.
Yeah.
Wow.
You had to
By the
go
paper?
you had to go for trials first. You see, so
Yeah.
there were so many weeks of
There
trials.
was no internet back then.
Yeah, I know.
That was
By the
always
paper.
me and thought of it tonight. And then the time I got hurt, then hey, the final thing was I'm in hospital and they come on with the paper, my name was on it, you know. So it was nice. And then myself and Owen and Michael as well, the three of us, you know. It was just a great time as well. And Sean Harvey used to take us up, hey, and it was wild. I used to always be in time, of course. Owen and Michael was always late. You'd landed at Owen's house and he was coming about a toast, hey. Geraldine bringing his bag for him, and then you'd went to Michael's house and
Kathleen tiny.
Kathleen was tiny. So And I mind this as well. Michael's bag, do you mind? And well, this was
Oh,
a bit.
the football
That was
boots?
a bit later on,
We got
but
on well that day.
we
He always denied. We knew rightly his bag. It was only bag that was neatly packed. His mummy packed the football bag.
Right, okay.
And he denied it up and down. And we grew up, Omagh, we knew what he was like. But you look back, we shouldn't have done it. There's another 21 game.
No.
Proper game in Healy Park.
and he was starting.
He started, we said, we'll prove a point. We'll prove a point. So we took out a boot. And we had it. No, what we did was you'd studs and moulded. So we left on 2 odd bits options.
Okay.
So stud and moulded. Had the other 2. And next thing, as soon as you open the bag, and I don't want to curse in this. Oh no! But we let him put the 2 bits on. We let it go that far, and he's standing up, about to go out, then we just the bits.
When you look back, it shouldn't have done
Shouldn't
it.
have done it.
Oh my god.
Then we got him to
Story to
admit.
tell
Then we
then.
got him to admit that Mammy packed the bag.
The lengths you had to go
He
to.
was 21 at this stage. Like.
I know.
It was funny, I wouldn't have a great memory of a lot of the games, the throw games, but as you say, remembering up in the Aghyaran and the crack, Sean Harvey driving us, like, the banter.
Yeah.
I mean, all that. Like, I remember land throw minors and we were seriously late. I don't know what happened. It was you and Penrose were coming from Lact, and me and Mike was coming from
That's right.
Monmouth Green.
News were late.
And Harvey's in the town. Penrose's first session, that's what it was. We always went together. Penrose didn't know or something, and you went to sit to town, and we were sitting waiting for us
Jesus.
to practice.
Oh,
Communication.
God. Yes.
Yeah.
So we landed seriously late to the minors' house.
Yeah.
Sean Harvey, how Liam Donnelly, and them that flat tyre in the road on the way up. Like, I remember stuff like I don't remember much of the training sessions.
Yeah.
Just the crack.
Oh, the crack was good. Hey, was Sean up the road. Hey, but how did we get on the first year? The minors were beating us the final.
We beat Fermanagh and then down, beat us and down, went on 1 All-Ireland.
That's right. Hey.
We won the minor league. Remember we beat Cavan and Bristol Park.
Aye.
We won the minor league. Following year we won the minor league again. Beat Cavan in the first year in Bristol Park.
We were beating Ulster final. Then.
Was it Modern we beat second year in the minor league final? And
Oh, I
then
can't remember.
Derry beat us in Ulster final. We were hot favourites because we'd
Yeah.
beat Derry twice that year already and battered them.
Right.
Derry seniors were on the same day and had a big support. And I suppose we were maybe young and complacent, but
Thought you had it in the bag.
That's right. Hey.
it was good to the 3 of us from the team. Like
Aye,
yourself and Marty,
it was
3 of us
nice,
all,
man.
like,
Your
Yeah.
club man with you as well, you know.
Yeah.
So it was.
big
Hey.
difference being on the panel and being in the team. Like,
Yeah.
lovely enough that year. I know we were in the team.
And come here, what did you think then with the difference of playing your club football compared to playing for your county? Like, was there much training wise, game wise? Was it
just-
more nervous, anxious? What?
Training probably everything was just stepped up a year really. No, at club everything was a wee bit slower. Like
Yeah.
the boys were still good and all, but everything was just faster. And there was no mistakes, less mistakes, and everything was it was definitely up a level or two. Like with the training.
Did Mickey Hart take his then at under 21? Was that?
He took us on the
Couple
21.
years on his own, so
Aye,
2 of the years.
2 years.
But I would have found that club football, physically, I suppose that men were a lot stronger, but the tactics were more basic. It was very much kick her in long and early to make full forward.
Yeah.
Whereas at county, it was give and go more.
Aye.
And the county underage, we were more like that. It was more give and go. Like coming up, was playing Division 1, but at
And
senior
everybody's at a
level,
similar
Aghyaran,
age as well,
more
so
direct.
it's
That's right.
Yeah.
Aye. And then as you know yourself, it's more boys. They're kind of your friends, but they're not really. 'Cause he's looking your spot. And
Aye.
there's a wee bit of age as well. You know, you let on your friends, but
Yeah.
deep down, hey, you want his spot and he
You're very
wants yours.
competitive, like,
Exactly.
because when you look at that squad there that won that under 21 that you were a part of, like I mean, like that's probably one of the best crops of
Kevin
football that's ever
Hughes.
come through.
Aye. A lot of Ireland senior winners there. Like.
There was
Yeah.
a lot of big names. Hey,
And we were only cubs too. Like, we were
Aye.
just out of minor. 2 more years.
it was kind of at that time. I'll not lie. Hey, I was kind of half shocked we were picked. To be honest, when you seen the players that were
Yeah.
up there, like, and they were all the names that time. You know, so we were kind of going. No, we were kind of shocked. Well, I was anyway at that time getting
I
picked
actually
up.
remember the trial, you know, we're asked for the trial, but we're just looking back, we're stupid too. Like, we obviously were good enough. we're just out of minor.
You know, just
Exactly.
And that thrown on the one team that just won the All-Ireland and they won a minor All-Ireland and lost a minor final. I remember coming from Belfast and I was thinking, should I go or should I not go? And Michael says, frig it, we'll go to the trial. We were meeting you there.
Aye.
We were thinking, should we even bother going to the trial?
Yeah, and there you
Think we
go,
were
3
on it,
years are on it.
But because we idolised them boys, we're a couple of years behind them and they were one clean around them, clean up around them. Like,
They were
but
the champions. Like,
they
we
were
were going.
champions, aye.
But it's good to have that champions around you to help bring you even further on your game.
Yeah.
That's right, because like even every training session was like a playing championship match, you know, because you didn't want to I don't want to
had
let
to
myself
perform.
down here. I
Yeah.
want to perform because these boys are that good, kind of thing, you know.
But he's obviously held your own, like.
The only thing I really hated was training was Naden Dark.
Wild
It was
far.
the
Oh my
furthest point
goodness.
away in Tyrone. And
Claire, you love driving down.
that's right.
I was just there last weekend.
Three times a week, Claire.
Oh my good lord.
3 times a week.
Three times a week. That's some commitment.
Funny you mentioned that. I remember Paddy McSorley, Wingmers as they call him, God rest, taking us to a trial. It was an under-21 trial. It was in Killyman, which is up beside Edinburgh.
Right.
And Sunday morning, I'm wrong. Liam Lynch was taking us to the trial, back to Liam. And communication times, we landed for like 9 o'clock. Some run from Aghyaran, and it wasn't on till like 1 o'clock. So we went back to Omagh to Paddy Punk's, God rest him's house. And he made us sandwiches and stuff, and then we went back to Killyman again. Remember that? I think it was the first trial of the year, like, but
Wow.
things are more advanced now, like.
Absolutely.
Hang off a WhatsApp and
WhatsApp's hard to beat.
Twice one day.
I don't know how many groups I'm in for WhatsApp.
know.
It's just unreal.
No Girahi back
Your
then.
phone just be
Shane.
dinging, hey? No, no, no.
A lot of training just been in Gaelic too.
Dungannon as well.
Dungannon. Sitting pitch.
And
Between the
who
two.
would have been taking you to all your training 3 times a week?
Sean Harvey.
Sean Harvey.
Sean Harvey.
Every time. Wow.
Minor training was always in Omagh. We were spoiled there.
Yeah.
Past Park and Omagh
Right.
Street. But the under-21s was always up round the east of the county. Aye.
Like,
Some
that's
of
special
them,
for Sean Harvey because he's one of the first players that ever played for Aghyaran.
Yeah.
He was in the 56 team.
He was in the 56, came on as a sub.
Aye.
Have a good story to tell about the end of Sean Harvey driving, hey, but I'll leave that one for later, maybe.
Go on ahead. Fired
I
out
tell
then.
you, it was the time then I made the seniors, and Sean took me up for a couple of trials and made it, and that was alright, hey. And in the first training session, the boys came over to me, been Jim Corn, them boys been kind of in charge, you know, and they says, "Have you no care of your own?" Straight away, you know. And it was like Sean took me for years, like, I'm
17, like.
just Sean, like, you know, wanting me to drive me own, hey, and that drive home now, I was very quiet on the way home, you know. Even for Sean, who like he probably used to drive us for years, and he loved the buzz and all, you know. So I'll never forget that was the last.
Care your own.
If you don't care of your own, he says.
Funny
to
you
me.
mentioned that. Do you remember the time we were in the minors? Not often he did, but Sean missed one night. He didn't miss much. It was the time, I mean, our last year minor with a good team was Ulster Championship. Sean always maintained that he had a say in picking the team. Do you remember this? And it was maybe the Ulster final or whatever, but Sean wasn't there. And normally wouldn't name maybe the Thursday night, must be like a Tuesday night, and the team was named, Sean wasn't there. And he wouldn't believe us to way up the road. He's rated in the team name, he wasn't there. I mean, he's killing on, he's one of the managers. I think it was for the final, wasn't it?
It was.
It was well on, because he always claimed, I get these on now, it's me, so he wouldn't be on.
Brilliant.
I remember putting Michael out of the car one night, built milk or something back of the car.
Well,
Remember
that's fair
Tommy
enough.
McHugh, but Tommy McHugh off the bus one night.
I do,
No, it was Michael Anderson again.
Tommy
suffered in different ways.
Really?
Tommy suffered in different ways.
Bang, Tommy.
Yes,
I
that's
think
what it
Jude Hand
was.
was to blame. Man United was bit. And I have a funny feeling it might have been, what year was it won me 99 Juventus. Maybe it was that year.
They were beat by
lose.
Juventus in maybe 95, I think. 99 they beat Juventus.
The
But
Champions League game anyway, and nobody had a phone. Jude Hand had a phone.
Aye.
And Jude got word in the bus the way home. United was bit, and Harvey, as you know, is a wild Man United man. He's driving the bus, and he
We
was
were beat too,
raging.
were we?
I think we were beat
lost as
too.
well, aye.
And he was raging next to the bus, just middle of the drunk one. It's night time. Slammed the brakes.
Sweets. Sweets an hour flying.
Get off! He put Michael out. It's pitch dark, but he only drove maybe 2 metres. Back on again.
To
We
blame Michael
tested
for
his
that.
temperament. For Sean.
Oh, Sean, hey.
For Sean.
because I remember even Charlie Moss took us to a couple of games, like, and
Charlie always sat up the front of the bus with him.
up the
And Mervyn
front,
Stewart. And I mind an odd day too. Arthur Meehan would have got on the
That's
town.
right, Arthur.
Always with ice cream, big cone in his hand. But it's strange, you remember that more than you, like you'd asked who you marking that day, where you played.
Yeah.
yeah.
Aye.
Don't remember about it, but you mind the journey, the crack.
Right,
Like,
yeah, but
Jared could tell you though.
oh, Jared would know.
Oh, Jared, aye.
Patsy wouldn't be a good man. Patsy, what do you think, Jared?
And then disagree with him, just line him up.
Patsy mixed up.
But like, go back to that All-Ireland under-21, like, he's got to the final score, Tyrone 13, Mayo 10 points, like, and he's had the victory, like, and what did it mean to you to become under-21 All-Ireland champions?
It's hard to remember, isn't it? You know, it was massive at the time. Probably didn't appreciate it maybe enough. But that was the year of foot and mouth. Remember it?
Oh God, yeah.
Remember you had to wipe your feet and all that there
That's
across
right.
the border. So Tyrone were the reigning All-Ireland champions, and you played Ulster, you played your province, and then there was like a 3-month gap. Don't know why, it's always moved up to the seniors or something, and then you played the All-Ireland semi-finals. But Tyrone were through the Ulster final, were the great All-Ireland champions, and Fermanagh had played their semi-finals, they won, and Tyrone hadn't played their semi-final. That's what it was. I think we played Monaghan, but Fermanagh were already waiting in the Ulster final, and the GAA came in and they says, right, Tyrone, because foot and mouse happened in Tyrone. Tyrone have been put out of the All-Ireland. Like Mickey Hart fought for us, I suppose. He was the Tyrone All-Ireland champions, and Fermanagh were willing to go on and play and represent Ulster. Mickey wasn't happy with that either. We'll go on ahead and represent Ulster. So that was used as motivation. It was held back maybe definitely maybe 3-4 weeks.
Right.
And then Tyrone did get playing and came back, beat Fermanagh well. Beat Cork in the semi-final. Did you get on? I didn't get on. No, I wasn't. I was sitting in the dugout.
No, but I played the first game getting down.
I remember big Graham Canty playing, but Cork never scored in the first half. That's how good a team Tyrone had.
Right.
Wow.
Another semi-final.
Oh, you can see it from that squad list, like, which most of them became 03 players. Like,
Now Mayo was a tough game because Mayo beat us in the Hastings League in the final, maybe after extra time.
That's right, when the extra time.
I think it's the only game we lost. Didn't lose many games. Like they met Mayo in the final.
Yeah.
But what was the score you said there in the
it
final?
was 13-10.
You kick for ball. Like. Willie John Dolan was a great man. Willie John was a sponsor of all them teams.
That's right.
Right. First place we came back after one All-Ireland, back to the Abbey.
That's right.
It was the first place in Tyrone. The whole thing was back to centre.
Aghyaran then.
Back to centre. So if Tyrone won an Ulster minor league, or if they won an Ulster championship, whatever it was,
Yeah.
Willie John the cup back in Aghyaran.
That's
that
right.
night, like. And that was tradition. You always knew there'd be a crowd. And so the under-21s, our first night back, we crossed on the Tyrone. We stayed in the centre. That night. That place was bummed.
Yeah.
All everywhere was bummed. Same when they won All-Ireland in 03.
That's right, eh?
And that was all Willie John Dolan. Like that's why that happened. Like.
Like, you couldn't get over it. Like, that Monday night down there was just so special.
In 03.
03, yeah. Peter Canavan up on the stage, giving a great speech.
We were actually kind of half celebrating too, but it's a mixed for us. We actually did an All-Ireland under-21 final that weekend.
That's right,
So, see, we had 3 years under-21s, but it probably wasn't fairness when we look back. Tyrone won the first All-Ireland on the Sunday ever, and under-21s was playing the All-Ireland there on the final 6 days later on the Saturday. And the next is Sean Cavan was playing. John Devine, Jeremy Kieran,
That's right.
and then the whole of Tyrone was in Croke Park. So it wasn't great preparation for us. 'Cause then when they won, so we obviously didn't train that weekend at all. That's where we won All-Ireland final. Now Dublin had a good team, but Dublin beat us then the following Saturday.
Yeah.
A lot of them boys won All-Irelands.
Yeah.
But our preparation just went out the window.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
first
after
time
you
All-Ireland,
won, yeah, my
6 days
God.
before it.
Yeah.
So we probably got back to train on the Tuesday.
We had Tuesday, but them other boys didn't come to the Thursday, was it? They weren't there.
Because I was saying to Claire that I had due to start my teacher training that Monday,
That's
and I didn't show up until the Thursday. And I was wearing a Tyrone jersey when I showed up. Just been celebrating for 5 days straight.
But you're letting them know as well. Like, alright, that's for hours.
Have a good excuse. Have a good
voice.
excuse. Have a good excuse. Some boost the whole county, wasn't it? So that 03 and then.
But I was going to say, funny it is that you play a team, you get beat by them, but you meet them again later on. And that's what you were saying what happened with Mayo. They got the better of you, but you got them meet them one more time. Same with Brackenville.
Yeah, and Derry done it to us in minors.
Yeah.
Then 05, you may take over 05, Shane.
Well, before you had I wanted to say about that, Jude Hands also won the Macquarie Cup in that 2001. There was foot and mouth.
That's
It
right,
was share between
yeah.
Hands and
Shared,
Michaels.
That's that I foot and mouth 2001 see me.
And Martin Penrose won the All-Ireland minor that year as well.
I remember even that, like that, we were going to all them games too. We'd played the year before. Dublin, bit Dublin, or I think a replay.
Bit Dublin, the replay.
So did them well.
But say they're like back on the 21s, I don't know Owen's thoughts, say, but you always say, Andy, no, it was great and all, you know, but when you don't have a pile of game time, that same
Commitment.
or that when you won, you're ecstatic, you won of course, and you're so happy, but there's times when you want that game time. There's some difference when you're.
Takes your confidence.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it does, yeah.
But,
Particularly when you're very young, like that.
when you're young, hey, but it was great time, but you always want to play, hey.
Yeah.
You always.
2003, I think the 3 of us played, didn't we, the whole way up to the All-Ireland final. Didn't Marty start the final? So you really enjoyed that one, even though we lost the final. You're on it, you played every Monday game.
Yeah.
I think Marty did start the final. In fact,
Oh, you did, hey.
3 of us from the same wing. You were cornerback. So you always love cornerback. Right cornerback. I was right halfback.
That's right.
It was the team sheet. Seen it one day last year, just circling around the net, and Marty was right corner forward. 3 of us from the same side.
Had bad cover, hey.
I knew the ball was
You were
past
doing a lot of
me.
running, Shane.
No wonder I got some roastings
I
divine
knew
in
the
front
ball
of me.
past me. The back of the net.
It's funny because like whenever we were back in that under 12 team that Shane, you were in midfield, Owen, you were centre half forward. I remember Martin Penrose played left half back because like Martin was brilliant at carrying the ball and he was a fierce tackler. Like you hated training against him because he was tough.
You question Ali's tactics after all the praise we give him.
Yeah.
Well, I used to say like, Jesus, I was good enough to play keep Martin Penrose out of the forward line. So. But,
What was your favourite position to play?
Not cornerback.
Not quarterback. No.
It's a funny, Claire, that's what all the boys last week were saying. That's where you ever
That's
started.
where you started.
Quarterback.
Cornerback.
Yeah.
I think for me it was always wing half back.
Aye.
I think it was always you have a license to go forward, centre
Yeah.
back you're kind of more you have to stay about. As the wing you can kind
More
of sneak up front all the
flexibility,
time. So that was my favourite, probably wing half.
Aye, probably the same. Half back.
I loved right half forward. Just loved that position. like.
It's funny, I hated facing the other way. I hated facing this way. I like coming on to the ball.
Aye,
Oh,
same
yeah.
once ahead of you.
Aye, and it was terrible the other way.
Well, sometimes the ball was pumped in longly. I just loved running into the corner, like, and didn't like playing corner forward because sometimes the ball was just pumped so high,
Oh, aye.
and it was just no.
Sometimes the ball's not coming in. It gets frustrating, doesn't it?
yeah,
We were lucky, like growing up too, that you're winning most weeks you're playing. Like,
yeah.
but you know, actually, a year Andy, I really enjoyed was 1998 around the 16 team. You'd have just been over age, but we were in Division 1 and we won every game. And we topped the league, and then it went through. Then it was West Tyrone and East Tyrone. Division 1, the top league in Tyrone. And we beat every team.
That's right,
and then we were beat. Carlisle beat us after extra time in the semi-final.
Oh my
With a
god.
great chance for a goal too, and must have
Yeah.
get a penalty in. Peter Donnelly
that's
was scored a
right,
penalty. Best narrow game up in Barra.
Me and your Kevin were midfield together. that day.
And then in the championship, Cookstown beat us, I think, in a replay. It was in Loch McCrory.
Loch McCrory.
But that was some year, like, to beat, like, we were playing Carrickmore, Dromore, we beating all them teams, like, you know, to get to Division 1, the creme de la creme, as they say,
Yeah.
and narrowly lost out in the two semi-finals. But it was a great year for us. I remember
was a good
beating
year.
the last game in our group, say the West Tyrone section, was Healy Park. It wasn't like the Healy Park now, away to Omagh, and we won. I remember coming off, and there was like an old tunnel, and they were all giving us a standing ovation. We were like, I can't remember this before it. Hair stand the back of my neck. It was a night game. It's getting dark, like.
Yeah.
You know, to win every game and then the top league in Tyrone, like. But
Amazing.
even though with no medals at the end of it,
No.
it was some journey, like, in
Great
summertime.
achievement.
But do you remember then when the same team, the minors was coming round? Everybody was expecting big things, hey, but no, that didn't happen that time. I mind
At that stage, probably too much football.
Aye.
And I remember I missed because I had an A-level the next day. It's actually the same this year. The minor league games are on a Wednesday night. So last night the minor league games, and I had made up the next morning. It's not fair, lads. So I couldn't play, and we're beat Black McCrory by a point or two.
Yeah.
Quarter final.
It is a massive commitment when you also think that you have to go to school and then because of where we live you grew up so early to go off to Omagh or wherever and then
That's what I found going back a wee bit now when you mentioned that, Claire. The biggest change I found secondary school was like I was at Omagh CBS, me and Kieran, our house, and Martin and Paul were St. Eugenians.
yeah
And you get up in the morning, the boys will still be in their bed.
yeah
You come home in the evening, the boys will be getting back out of bed. They went home to bed after training, getting ready to go again. And you were wrecked.
correct
And you had to maybe head to Trin or going to shopping and you know,
You had to get a bus to a bus to a bus just to get to school.
just to get to school
and not time even walk getting home too a bit too, like, but you were totally wrecked, like, and it took me a couple of years to get used to that. You know, just a long day. We were spoiled here in St. Carol's, you know,
Yeah.
you ready to bed at 8 o'clock, like.
Like I remember
Next
going to
year, half
Strabane
six.
and I remember saying to Mummy and Daddy, I was like, let me go to St. Eugene's. I just can't do this journey anymore. And they're like, no, you made your choice.
We'd always met you then in the town, and they were on the yellow bus then up the
that's
road.
right, yeah. Because I went to Strabane for the first 2 years and no, I was just like, no, I couldn't do it. So I left then, I went to St. Eugene.
And then Loretto then.
And then I went to Loretto Convent, yeah.
Did you know, Andy, that Claire is the woman who brought in the brown tights to Loretto uniform?
I am, indeed.
Did you know that? That's
Trendsetter.
That's a
I'm a
factual.
trendsetter, yeah.
She was the first person to bring in the brown tights to.
I remember I was seventh
Loretto
year
Convent.
and feeling very brazen and going, well, what are they going to do to me anyway? Because I'm leaving, you know. But I refused to wear the cream tights because in the winter you're walking from, as I say,
Particularly walking on
you're
Spartan.
getting the buses from. I had to walk down to the crossroads, any kind of muck at all. They were just sprayed.
sparking up,
The car drove past.
And I remember Mummy always like scowling and say, "Geez, them cream tights, they're wild looking and all." It's just pair of brown ties would be lovely. I said, Mummy, I think a pair of brown ties would be lovely too. And sure enough, I started wearing brown ties to school, and I got pulled more times by the principal. Oh, you know, whatever. And I said, I says, I'm not changing. And the more I wore it, the more people started saying, oh, that looks good, you know. And eventually then, I even got a special mention at the end of the year when I was leaving. I was only in the school 2 years.
Sorry, the brown tights.
You could have made a fortune.
That's what I say. You
I
get
know.
money for that.
Yeah, so
Patent pending.
yeah, there you go.
That's unreal. No, I didn't know that at all. Unique piece of history there.
But there's a big disadvantage where we live, like, you know,
It is.
you're so far away from secondary school now. Practically now St. Eugenius is closed. Like,
St. Eugenius closed now. You don't even have that option. But
I remember always we done a lot of training Saturday mornings at almost EBS, you know, and that was tough going, like travelling up again on Saturday. And we'd land, me and Michael, and plus you'd be up for the bus, early bus, so you were there an hour early for training, and you'd land to the pitch up in Omagh, and the boys would come on, you're coming late, coming with toast in their hands. You're up maybe 3 hours at this stage. It does build a bit of resilience, but it's a tough task, like tough ask.
And you're
Long
talking
day.
like you're entertaining yourselves for those hours that you're in between.
You
and
just
with no
at the depot.
phones.
Yeah. No phones is right.
Better off without it, like.
Yeah.
I mean, Monday's day, going up in the cold winter, and you land up to the depot, and Shimmy Woods or Noel Donnelly met you there. Sorry, boys, the match is off, for the pitch is frozen.
After
Back down the road the bus. Maybe
my
Tommy Moss
God.
driving the bus on a Saturday.
Oh God.
That's hard going, like, especially when you've done it Monday to Friday.
But you knew no real different. If you choice again, I don't know would have done it, to be honest. But
True.
at the time, you're just allowed to get the opportunity.
Because once I got to 5th year, I could have left St. Coleman's, but I was like, I actually like it now. I'm used to those long
I really
journeys.
enjoyed post 16 as well. Now,
Yeah, it was really
more
good.
relaxed.
And you were so used to doing the journey at that stage.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
but
it
it's
was-
like transition from primary school
Yeah.
to the secondary, the short day, the long day.
Over at 3, I was home
Yeah.
before 3:05.
Hello, Ela.
It was brilliant. And even like what I find is we had so many football games over at the Hill.
Yeah.
Like outside of school hours, Anne Brannigan chased us at one point, but
Yeah.
those games were great. Like John McGull and Mickey McGuffin and boys like
Yeah.
that were.
You're lucky to touch beside you.
Oh, it was great. Blessed, really were blessed. Didn't know what we had. Like,
AghyNarnia.
well, like the next big thing then that led in this for you, Shane, it propelled you forward. Now, 03 was a big year for Tyrone. Like they won, and a lot of those boys you played with, and like that was a magnificent team. But what I would say is probably the 05 was probably one of the best footballing teams. Arguably, I would. The 03 team was defensively strong and ferocious, but combine that with the attacking
I
ferocity.
think it peaked in 05. I would agree with you. 05 was stronger.
I mean, Stevie O'Neill was just.
Oh, see, that year was just a different league, hey, so he was.
I was telling because obviously Mairead is mother-in-law to Stephen
Yeah.
O'Neill. Like Stephen O'Neill actually subbed whenever I started working in the Convent Grammar, Strabane. Stevie subbed, and that was 05 September. So you're on talking about the build-up to the All-Ireland, and I mean, whenever he walked through the breakout year, it was just like
Silence.
everybody was. It was like if you imagine Jesus walking through. It was just everybody following in awe. Like it was just him and a mass of people, and nice fella. Like and
Stevie got player of the year in Ireland that year.
Yeah.
I like in 03, he was a sub in the final.
That's right, hey.
yeah,
Me and Man, 05.
05 because 03 it was
He
like
was younger, like he was
Younger.
Yeah.
21 or 2.
05 he had form. Like.
Oh, anything he had that year just went over in the net, hey.
Yeah.
Who it was. But no, 05, hey, great year. It was a roller coaster year. I mind the start, hey, and played a few games, and then I wasn't playing a few games. And I mind as well, this will always stick out to me, is Aghyaran were playing 2 games at home at the weekend. So I said, Tyrone's playing Cork. So I said, I'm not going down there, I'm going to be a sub, right? I'll say to Mickey, I'll stay at home. There's 2 matches, I'm not getting much game time. So said to Mickey says, right, that's dead on. And we played the game on the Saturday, and it was better again. The game on the Sunday was called off, so me and Devine, we went out for a few jars. This was great. So that was grand, hey, and then the following week then, I wasn't expecting this, whatever, hey, but coming into the Thursday, name the team, I was starting then on the Sunday. That's right, this is my chance now. And you wouldn't believe it, hey, on the Friday, I was sick as a dog. Don't chat. And I says, oh no. And I said, I can't miss this chance. This is it now.
Big.
But thank God and thankfully, hey, everything worked all right. And played okay, hey, and then I got a run of games, and then played the championship, hey, got the Ulster final, we got beat, hey, and then at that time,
wasn't it?
that was the
Armagh?
replay, aye, and you're going well at that stage, and then just falling in, you have a couple of bad games, hey, and rightly so, I was dropped in for the replay Dublin game, and then thankfully, hey, I come on in the semi-final against Armagh and scored the point, but to win it, hey, it was unbelievable. Even that year, the way things happened, like there were so many games we could have lost, like we could have lost to Dublin, and then even the Armagh in the semi-final, that was probably the best game I've ever witnessed. Was the Armagh.
From watching it, or they've been in the crowd.
And
I seen Conor Garman interviewed a couple of weeks ago, a podcast, and he says that's the best game he's ever been on.
it's just that's right.
Every footstep mattered.
It mattered.
Yeah.
Hey, even watching it and then to go on and play it, it was just something different. That game, me personally.
First time through the back door, and as we said earlier about coming back to haunt you and playing the same team for the third time and having fallen the first two times to come back at them.
Because especially like Armagh beat us in the Ulster final, like in the replay, and it was so close, and then thankfully we were over the line then against Kerry. But it was just a great experience.
Like I watched the video highlights of that game there recently, the Armagh semi-final with yourself, and it was just goosebumps. You came on,
just surreal.
you came on in the 68th minute. And you scored the equalising point. Armagh had given away a bad ball, and Ricey had broken free, gave it to Kavanagh, he had pumped it forward, and then there was a quick interchange of hands between Mulligan palming it down, Stephen O'Neill kind of on his knees palming it to Peter Canavan, and him quickly passing it on. And you were just there in the right place at the right time. And
I think it happened that
Left
quick.
foot.
Canavan didn't know who it was. If he realised who it was, he might have laid it off maybe.
Then another shot there.
Aye.
Later the right foot.
Do you know, I was about to say that, hey, you beat me.
that was cut out of the highlights.
I know. But it was funny then. I had a shot then about a minute or two later, and I scuffed that one. So I did, hey.
You're chatting like that equaliser in the 69th minute, and then there's 2 minutes injury time. Stephen O'Neill wins a free kick down to the corner just with a minute to go. And then there's a whole is Mulligan going to take it? Is Peter getting and Mulligan has a wee smile on his face.
He just smiled. I think he was happy enough to hand it over.
Canavan just
His old teacher.
That's
His old
right.
teacher.
Canavan just second nature.
That's right.
Am I right in saying your first championship game, as a memory I have anyway, was Donegal? You didn't think you were starting. You mean you had a wild big feed
That's right.
in the morning. Something happened then or something.
Gavin Devlin, he was injured, and I started, but like it was my first year 04, so I wasn't.
Oh, this year before.
This year before,
alright, sorry.
and I wasn't even. Hey, to me, I wasn't near the team. I played very little league games, and know yourself, you get that right. I'm not close or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was grand that day, and it's Tyrone, and hey, all the pasta comes out here, and I'm horsing it under me. Hey, that's me filled up for the day. Now this is great. And next thing on the bus, hey, Mickey, come over. She says you're starting.
Belly full of pasta.
Oh my
It was a warm day too.
It was a warm day. Warm day in Clonus, hey. So.
Clonus, wasn't
It was Clonus, so it was. So Michael Haggerty,
Haggerty.
I was centre half back at the, but I'll never forget that as well. Hey, but Mickey done that. Mickey, he mightn't have played men in the league, but he always had a surprise in championship. He would have took a chance and went for somebody. Hey, but no, I'll never forget that day. Hey, it taught me don't eat too much again.
Thinking, you know what clarifies that 2005 was the best team ever, because I'd played 2 games start of the year and I got dropped. It must be a really good team. I'd played the McKenna Cup.
That's right.
First couple of games and got dropped.
Was against played Antrim and
Georgetown.
Aye, that's right.
Can't remember Kieran Minos 1 and 2 got dropped.
When you look at that crop of players, it's very difficult to get into that.
Aye, probably the best. What was the best? One that won that Ireland.
Like for me, I was saying this to Claire earlier, Michael, like whenever playing with him, Michael Anderson, you thought that boy is going to be up there at the top, like, and sometimes it's what Mickey Hart was looking for at that particular time. And
you just be lucky, at that type of player if he's looking, because everybody's
Michael got
different.
trials now.
Ways.
He was up at trials.
Yeah.
He's making up for it now with over 40s.
of course.
Absolutely. Yeah. They're winning every year on that, aren't they?
They won four
Full forward.
in a row, have they?
He's
Four in a row,
scouting full forward, and he loves full forward.
Do you remember there was a season we had to play 13 aside? We could only play, I think it was like the first or second year of under 14s, but we could only play whatever it was about.
We had the numbers, hadn't we? And there.
No, it was just the league that year. You had to play, but like you would have played with 2 full forwards instead of 3. Like, and me and Michael Anderson, and I remember 2 of us at half time just complaining. They were like, it's just long balls being pumped up on us Those two boys didn't have a chance.
Michael didn't like having to run after it. He wanted to have him. The hip out.
That one's for you, Andy, there. You want that one.
Andy, you get that one.
So like that was a special memory for it's all us Tyrone fans, of course. Like
Yeah.
to win 05, especially against Kerry, like, and Peter Canavan, that goal he got that day in that
That's
final
right,
was
the
Yeah.
final was-
magical. Like just trickled,
Aye.
just the way he hit it to the right.
I don't think anybody else would have had it like that.
No.
No, the way he
Oh
scored
yeah,
that
just
goal.
close your eyes.
Aye.
Hard as you could. As you say, just trickled into the
Just
corner.
he passed it into the corner. Hey, no, it's
And he was injured most of that year too,
That's
wasn't
right,
he?
that's
Coming on
right.
often games, so he wasn't even near 100%. He probably the oldest player.
I
in
always
the team.
remember about the training sessions you've been marking Peter, hey, and say like a warm evening, hey, and he had a bad asthma at times, and you could hear him kind of breathing, you know,
Right.
and you think, oh, I have him here now. He's not going to do much tonight. Hey, next thing, hey, ball in, pass you over the bar, you know. He
Running round with an
he was a
asthma
step
attack.
ahead. He was a step ahead. Hey, always great player. It was always great just to train with him, even, you know. Fantastic player.
Probably the best player of all.
That's
time,
right.
like.
Oh, definitely.
What about your medal? Where have you got that stashed away?
Mum was the medal, hey, so that's way safe, hey, because I'd probably lose it somewhere, knowing me, hey.
The jersey's up in the centre, up on the wall in the centre.
So wasn't your parents on like up for the match, wasn't it? Before
Aye,
it on
that's
the-
right. And my sister
Oh,
Catherine,
aye,
aye,
Kerry.
she was dancing on it, so she was, hey. She was doing a bit of Irish dancing and
Great memory too for family.
Aye,
Yeah,
that's that
Totally
too.
Kerry.
absolutely.
Aye. My mum's a Kerry woman, so
That's right, yeah.
she was.
Peter was probably born Kerry, was he?
Peter wanted Kerry. He loves Kerry, hey. But I think that day mum wanted thrown to one, so she did. But ever since now it's been Kerry again.
Temporary.
That's right.
Well, actually, my mum's from Donegal there, but she often says like I've lived longer in Tyrone than I have in Donegal, so she doesn't mind. Well, she can't watch the Donegal games, to be fair. Like she listens,
Yeah.
she just can't bring herself to watch
My
it.
auntie
Like.
Bridget's the same. She can't watch a Tyrone match. She has to listen on the radio.
So you still played senior football for a long time then after that Aghyaran ways and
And the sore joints and the wounds to show it.
Yeah.
Great memories too, hey.
Aye.
Great. But your whole life evolved around the match and the football, and your social life, you worked around the football, like.
Yeah.
Deadly buzz after you won a big game. It was, the best nights was nights like that. Like,
Yeah, we always used
Maybe
to
2 nights
gather in the
ago.
centre,
Right,
like, yeah,
Head that way.
and head to that way in Donegal.
And as you
Aye.
pointed out, Andy, reading out them names, a lot of them names there was you're still running about with them, like.
Yeah.
Soldiering for years. We were lucky, like we're fortunate. Aghyaran had a golden generation, so to speak. Like we were in Division 1 for 11 years, as long as they've ever been in Division 1. That's when Tyrone was at its highest. Tyrone won the 3 All-Irelands in them years. Like so, you were
Yeah.
playing against and with the best players
Cream of the
in
crop.
Ireland. In Ireland.
but it was all down to like all the underage work that went on in there. The centre came along at the
Yeah.
right time.
That's right, aye.
The new pitch was developed in '95, and all those things just came together. And
And it obviously was all the hard work had paid off then that you were able to be.
And they call it the centre. It really is the centre of the parish life. Like
Oh,
everything
absolutely.
everything just gravitates towards it.
Yeah, there's not an evening where that car park's not full.
And it's EG pitch and
always
it's
a
in
crowd.
pitch,
Yeah.
full of weigh-ins. And
As Owen says there, hey, I always classify that as one of the greatest achievements. We never won nothing in Grade 1, but to stay there for 11 years it's nearly my most proudest.
funny, like Jared would said the same last week. He said like those years in 70, 71, 72 or whatever it was, 73, that they were in the top division,
Yeah.
playing along the elite players.
Aye.
And we beat all them teams. Mightn't beat them every year.
No, but
We beat every team in Tyrone, like,
Yeah.
teams that won championships, we'd have beat them in the league that year. Or beat them the next year and so on. I suppose they just maybe had more depth that they could do it consistently across the season,
Yeah,
whereas we didn't get that.
pick up injuries here and there, like,
aye,
and
that's right. You lose a couple at all, you really
too much pasta on a day, maybe.
It shows what can be
fries
done
in.
whenever you have the structures in place.
It paid off for us, like, and obviously you gave back to the community then, but you started coaching yourselves and the club at underage level.
So what age are you coaching now?
Me and Shane took the 10 boys along with Liam Lynch, I said earlier on, like, who used to
Yeah.
coach us, and Johnny McManaman.
Yeah.
Johnny doesn't get shown how to hit penalties right enough. That's the first drill. Start of the year. Johnny, you're not showing how to take penalties. Now we started them wee bucks 4 or 5 years ago. Worked
Yeah,
up with
you started with
in the VG.
My Wee
Aye.
Dara.
that's right.
Do you remember?
Yeah, but,
You, Johnny, and
I
Ian,
enjoy it
aye.
now. Of course, the crack with a bit of banter among ourselves too, but you can see the energy and the buzz that the wee boys get out of it.
Yeah.
Of course, our own Cubs is playing too. Like, it's very rewarding now.
It's funny at the start when I started off, I didn't enjoy it, I'll not lie. And mine going, oh jeez, training the night again, oh no. But as times went on and you see all the young boys and you get to know them then, you know, there's the wee exactly, and you know the wee skitter of the group and the other boys, hey, but now I wouldn't miss it, like, just you look forward to it on a Wednesday night, and then if we get a match on a Saturday or training on a Saturday, hey, you nearly don't want to miss it then, kind of thing.
Great pride, and you can see how well it developed. Like, you know, as I mentioned earlier on, your wee Noah, his first day that he didn't want to play, with the boys to take him onto the pitch, and now he's one of the first lads there every night, and he's loving life. You know, just to see them, their confidence
the
grows,
development in them as well.
not even just their skills, but for confidence on and off the pitch, and builds resilience. And
then it's always good to win the match the weekend on.
Liam and Johnny are getting scores.
But what is it, under 12 they don't keep track of the record, the points.
It's under 14s then, isn't it? It starts.
Under 14s that starts.
I think it should start under 12s, in fairness.
Definitely, I think so too,
It'll probably be years before those boys even realise like how far you is as Tyrone players, like.
They probably just see us as
old men.
The Liam Lynch version.
Probably right.
But to think then now that they have the coach that G's had to get you there, and Liam Lynch, like, that he's still involved.
And again, you know, that's probably a legacy of the John Sistleys, the Liam Lynches and Ali's and Sean's. You know, for me, I feel like the energy they give to us and what they give over the years,
you're giving it back.
You know, it's our responsibility to pass that on.
Absolutely.
You know,
you should spray some of the balls with the pink spray. Nostalgia.
The pink spray.
I'll use the black marker just.
But we're lucky now. It does help too. We have this good wee team. You know, anywhere they go, they generally now they do a lot of scores, which is great to see. Aghyaran, the numbers are getting strong in Aghyaran, and the love for football is good, and commitment. And
you can see it in the primary school there too. The numbers going up.
And they're winning. They have tournaments. We don't have tournaments, so to speak. They do, and they're winning a lot of tournaments, which I suppose reflects where they are. I know my ultimate goal is get them up into senior squad, playing for Aghyaran seniors, and hopefully some of them get to wear a Tyrone jersey and to grow up that good all-rounders. You know, life.
That's right.
Yeah.
Even you're
more confident.
And you remember yourself and Claire, even as a sport or musician, it's just a structure in life, isn't it? Something that you love and
you're passionate about.
And you want to do it, hey, but whatever
and you
it will
want to do
be.
it to your best ability.
That's right. So it's just, I think it's great structure for youngsters, and then whatever path they want to take after that, definitely a good start, hey.
I remember like wee Sean Dolan was here and he was talking about button accordion, and he was telling about it just every morning before he went to school. He was practicing and playing. Loved it.
The buzz.
Never had it out of his hands after.
And then became All-Ireland champion himself. So like Owen, you've taken coaching then to the next level now, manager of Omagh and Enda.
Definitely busy. I really enjoy it too now, I must say, but it's very, very time consuming. Elaine can write a book probably how time consuming it is.
She's happy.
She's happy with the piece. Less help with the taxing. Less help with the taxing. But, similar to taking the wee boys, you know, but it's a total different environment, like. Total different environment. But I do enjoy the mix.
How's the football inside of it been going for you?
Well, the season starting next week. Been a long pre-season, same actually as last year. Pre-season dragged on. Which was good news. The under-20s All-Ireland final last year won it, and now this year again. So the season was knocked back.
Yeah.
Right.
So first league game Sunday week. So everybody's in great form this time of year because nobody has lost a league game. But no, I must say, Omagh, great support. Seeing around the club regards help taking the team. You know, there's loads of great volunteers within the club. They've massive numbers. This year's the first year there's actually a thirds team. Wow. So there's over 70 players in the WhatsApp group. That brings challenges.
It's a headache itself.
But it shows that you have a lot of really, really dedicated players there, like, which is great privilege to be involved in that.
So then very hard also then to pick your teams if you're dealing with 70 people.
Pick 15 for the first team and 15 for the next team and so on. Now some of them are more there maybe in the third just some of them are more recreational.
Yeah.
But at the top end they have, you know, serious motivation, serious dedication to go places. So it's great, enjoy it.
And even to have Healy Park there as your pitch, like, that's great.
Your home base.
You train there all now?
Majority of the year, but whenever Tyrone are playing in the league, we wouldn't be on it too often.
Where would you go then?
We'd be in Gaelic a lot. Gaelic, because Tyrone's using Healy Park, so then we use Gaelic. This stage of the year we've been Healy Park now for the last 4 or 5 weeks every night. But
Bit closer.
but closer as well. See, when you're working on the two, it's
It's handy.
you know, and a lot of the lads maybe have took at school as well, so they're now
Sacred
men.
Heart.
They're now men, yeah. And now
Yeah.
they're, you know, you coach them at school, now the next thing they're looking down at you, big strong men. But which is good too, like.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of interviews that you've done as manager, like, and I must say,
So you're the person who's watched them interviews.
have those two
I was wondering
views. But you've spoke really well, and actually
thanks for that.
quite a politician at times with the way you dodge some questions. I can see it here
I
and
remember
there.
hearing years ago, you have to, no matter what they asked you, you have to say what messages you want to get out there. So no matter what you're asked, you have to wriggle it round. So this is what I want to say here.
Pivot. You have to pivot at the right points.
And always be positive, isn't it?
But it is very time consuming. How, you know, you have your 3 nights a week, sometimes 4 with the third's up and running. But the amount of communication, so imagine we 70 plus players.
Yeah.
And the management setup and planning and analysing, but I do enjoy it now. I enjoy the challenge of it too, like, and it's.
And you must have a big staff then to work with alongside you.
As I say, I'm indebted to them because there's good help, like good people around you, like.
But the one drawback then, remember we were chatting at the weekend, you were saying about how you missed
Family life.
your family life. Yeah.
You know, I had offers before, but it just didn't feel right. And I knew it was actually Big Joe's man contact me from Roma. I knew that's right. I knew what commitment it was going to take and the sacrifice going to be regards home life. But I knew with Omagh that would be replicated with players. You know, whereas maybe some of the clubs that had question marks. I'm going to have to put all this into it, and it wouldn't be. They wouldn't be the same.
You wanted
Whereas,
that
in fairness to
dedication.
Omagh, the vast majority of your core senior players, you know, they're as committed as you are, which is great.
Yeah.
And it's been a big part of your life through school
Aye.
and
As
playing
well, yeah.
football,
Yeah,
so like,
yeah.
even your work life now
Back
as well.
from you remember, like from your first memory, there's a ball involved and playing. And probably my school life helps skill set.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to get people
And
to,
managing them.
you're trying to get people to be their best. And, you know, building confidence and building cohesion and your cohesive discipline, but a cohesive group, and so that does definitely help. And then played for a long time too helps. Your football awareness.
Do you have to do coaching through the school then as well, or?
Aye, but I enjoy it too, Andy. I suppose a bit like earlier on around with Ali and Liam and giving back what they gave to you in the club. Same reason I went to CBS, but there's coaches in the school who give up their time, so you feel a duty of care to pass on that, continue that legacy, and coach within the school too. Like.
Oh, that's brilliant. I hope
You know.
you have a great season.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not
Thank
as
you.
good as Aghyaran, but
Yeah.
we're in different divisions, thankfully.
Oh, right. That's
We actually met about 6 weeks ago in a
right.
pre-season cup game.
And
I'd rather it didn't happen, but Omagh won, but Omagh was a division ahead, you know. But I didn't enjoy the week before it, to be honest, or the game. I was just glad it was a glorified challenge game, so to speak.
you got it over with.
Got it over with. Got it over with.
Until the next one.
Hopefully not. Hopefully that's
so in all of this, and God, you've talked so much about all your different matches and your career with Aghyaran and Tyrone. What would be your happiest memory? Your happiest memory?
Happiest memory.
I do.
Stag do.
Story there.
Do you remember it?
Actually, I was Shane's best man, and he was my best man. So none of us remember either two. We
Brilliant.
go to the next question. You can't remember that.
The best man speeches.
Best man speeches, aye.
Where were your stag parties? I'm just curious.
Liverpool.
Both Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Oh, very
Spot
good.
Liverpool.
Both of them. It's our second home for stags.
Love to get back again.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
it's a great spot.
Happiest memories, hey. I have to say the lead up to All-Ireland 2005 was special, like, you know, definitely a special time, hey, I'll never forget it, like, so no, that'll be.
And scoring a point to help push us.
That's right.
Yeah,
Final,
that's it.
Here's us been standing back here neck again, hey.
Oh, I was praying, hey, thank God, went over. No, so it's definitely up there, a special time.
It'd be hard to beat that, actually, really, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Probably didn't mention this because it was such a big year after what happened with Cormac McAnally the
That's
year
right,
before.
with
Like, and
Cormac,
I remember
yeah.
Brian Dooher's speech. Very passionate. Like,
That's right, hey. No, it was tough, like, you know,
I think Tyrone had won it, no 4.
Aye.
Conor McAllen was a
big loss.
phenomenal.
massive leader.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, we had him underage. He was some leader, like a born leader, which is why he was captain, I suppose. Before.
because remember in 03, that first game against Down, was it the Ulster final? We were 9 points down, we clawed it back to get a replay, and the next game they moved Cormac McAllen from midfield to full
yeah.
back.
That's right.
And like that sewed up all
The
defensive
whole thing
issues.
changed, eh? No, definitely that. And then with Aghyaran, probably mine was probably one on the 21s. What year was that on?
2001.
We won the championship, hey. So with that here, and that'll be definitely my highlight as well. Definitely.
Beat Galway in Hilly Park Wednesday night.
Wednesday night,
Wednesday night.
And to win with like all the boys that you grew up with.
Aye, things that gets really,
So
especially all
playing
your
with
mates,
friends,
really.
Yeah.
It's hard to top those, anyway. Owen, you're going to try, anyway.
Well, not top 05 anyway.
Yeah.
Aye, that 2001 I really enjoyed sitting on that on the 16 team. The Invincible on the 12 team.
Oh, of course.
I think just the journey, the whole overall, it's hard to pinpoint one thing.
Point one.
But some games where you thought this is, when you beat a really big team, it was a great buzz. Like I remember beating Errigal, for example, in Aghyaran one year to stay up, and it must have been 3/4 of Castleberg was up watching. The pressure was on, and we won the game. And
Did my man score 10 points?
Errigal maybe had 4 of the Throne senior team at the stage, like so there's some great days. But a great record against Carrickmore too.
That's right.
Home and away. Lots of happy memories.
Oh, brilliant memories. Well, on the flip side of that, like, what would have been the greatest challenges that you would have faced?
That's a question.
I'd say the toughest is you get older and then you're married with kids and then juggling life and you're not as fit as you are when you're younger and then you're not as good and things start to go down a wee bit. That's challenging times. You want to be up here but it's just not going up there kind of thing,
Your head says go and your legs say no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely things that get are challenging. Hey, as we said, as the legs, they start to say you're doing sprints and you used to be coming maybe first, second or third and then you're coming last, second, last.
There's younger crap coming through.
Exactly. Hey, so no, definitely things like that was challenging. Mentally you think, oh, I'm gone here. Like it's hard to turn away then when you are away. And then the worst for me is we started to work. We'd work away. The time the thing got quiet, but back 2010, we had to go start working in Isle of Man and things then,
Right,
and just being away from the boys, hey, and you were flying back from matches and you weren't in great shape, hey, and the things together were tough as well, and then it puts you your mind, then you're thinking, no, I can't do this kind of thing, so no, things like that were challenging as you get older.
And as you were saying earlier, like you're missing out on special memories with your family.
Your children,
I found out my last year so very frustrating because you knew what it took to kind of stay top of your game fitness wise as an older player, and you young lads with loads of talent who weren't putting in the commitment, and you knew what it took to be successful as a team, and you found it hard to deal with that. Like I'd say the toughest game I ever played though would have been Newton Stewart after we lost Kevin.
That's right.
Kevin and God rest him. Things like that. At a personal level, I found it tough now. Just couldn't wait till the game was over. We managed to win the game.
We won the game,
but
you're dealing with a lot of emotions there.
In the same week, I think Fairness Newton put it back a couple of days. But like Aghyaran have lost some great people, some great community people. Like, even recently, like John Campbell was a brilliant.
Yes,
like,
he was.
John Sisley in our earlier years. Like I remember playing away to Omagh one year, one of his last games and stuff. Like
that's right.
You can go back to like Michael Dolan and Mick McSorley and Brendan Dolan and all those ones going back years.
And then we were even saying from our generation too, the likes of Barry Gallen and
Michael
and Cormac McLaughlin,
Francis McGall.
And Francis,
shouldn't take things for granted.
No, absolutely.
But again, I suppose it's one of the benefits of being involved in like the football community.
And the community,
sport around you. You're not dealing with it on your own.
So true.
So many people there all in have the same mindset and same challenge.
So on that note, what advice would you tell your younger self?
Young Owen kicking a ball about, what would you say?
Less vacuum.
That's it.
Less trips to
I do think
alley.
it's important, young people get that balance. They do enjoy their life too. But probably looking back, I'd probably say pause. Life now can be very fast, and even when you're growing up, you're cruise control that. Pause and reflect and think, what's going so well in your life? Like, what are you really happy with? And then think, well, what do you want to achieve, and what methods you need to put in place to achieve that. You're just kind of going through the motions. Whether it's in your sporting life, what could you do to make yourself a better place? It's just train, play a match.
You're running from one game to the next to the next.
Just
what could we hide of Michael Anderson's?
Because with being, I suppose, being grateful for how lucky we were,
Yeah.
and at the same time thinking, right, what's the best way now for me to reach my goals and to reflect, that bit of reflection. I think for any young person, be grateful for what you have, and if it's something you really want to achieve, well, go after it the right way, measure it, right, I need to do this, this is my realistic goal here. And
that's what I always say to my two boys too. I said, like, if you want to be a professional footballer, you need to put your energy into that, and believe in it, and you practice every day. You're never going to be good at the start, but you practice every day. And same with the music.
You can do it bad 1,000 times, but you'll get better over time.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you?
Something similar to Owen, but as you were just saying, Claire, it's not what you do at training, it's what you do at home. It's that extra bit. That's what I think always makes people a wee bit better than say everybody else. You go to training your Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's what you do on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and things like that. And then I would tell myself, when things going good, don't think you're the bee's knees then, because life will just slap you down the next time.
It's keeping that humility with you as well, isn't it? Even though you might be so successful,
don't
it's
get
just
carried
always,
away.
And that's where like the stick and the banter comes in, because it does keep you grounded.
As we always say, life will always slap you in the face there when you think, geez, I'm flying here. No, you're not.
Who's been the greatest influence on your life? Or maybe it's been more than one person, but who would you say?
I would just say family, really. Hey, you'd pick out. I could even pick out one, to be honest. Hey, everybody's been there in different parts of my life and different times. Or if I'm in trouble with this, I'll go to this one. If I'm in trouble with this one, I'll go to this one. You know the crack yourself.
Like phone a friend.
Exactly. So no, for me, hey, it's basically your family, hey, and hey, your close friends as well.
Oh yeah.
You always know your friends when you're in bother, like so.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
It's a core small group that you keep around you, and you know you're safe.
That's right.
What about you?
Couldn't agree more. Hey, my parents, an indirect way, my 3 brothers. They're not
going to get any credit.
And even it was the likes of Patsy in the house nearly every day. But we mentioned regards football, Sean and Ali and Liam and all them boys. But like you do be appreciative as well. Like that journey there, looking at the throwing teams, it wouldn't have been half as good if you hadn't Shane and Michael and Marty and boys. But you know, it's made it easier too. Like
the banter up and down the journey.
And probably give you more confidence too that you had your mates beside you. That
it's the journey getting there.
It's the journey.
Even those car journeys that you like literally you were talking about.
So much
that's
grateful.
what you remember
For
If you could recommend a book, a TV show, a movie, what would it be and why?
It's usually the toughest question people usually find.
I would have liked books when I was younger, but see now, literally that busy and being a teacher of history and politics, reading now is a chore.
Yes.
So don't read books. Literally not do outside of books now, to be reading sporting reports or newspaper articles or something to do with politics. So I wouldn't have a book as such. I do remember I read most back in the day, Klopp and Torres and Gerrard and Carragher, read them books.
That's what I was going to say, autobiographies.
Autobiographies, There wouldn't be much reading now. You book man.
Oh, you know me, hey. I don't think I've ever read a full book.
I know. There you go.
I never would have, but then I got into audiobooks and see my car journeys. I'm listening to a chapter on the way there to school and the way back, and I can find it easier to listen rather than physically read.
Probably more enjoyable than the radio, because the radio's not about adverts.
I know.
Wild frustrated. Just flicking across and trying to get a mute a song like. Regards series now, I like Game of Thrones. I nearly finished. Me and Lane's watching it. We're watching Yellowstone. Nearly finished that. That's very good.
Fantastic.
2 more episodes to watch. We had.
It's phenomenal. Like even when you go back then to the prequels, 1883 is just spectacular. Spectacular.
2 good watches now.
See, I done it differently then. When you says, Andy, pick a film, I was thinking, right, what film could I pick here? And I says, I'll go with Rocky 3.
What movie?
I says, I'll go with Rocky. He was the champ, and then he got kind of comfortable, and then he lost the belt then. So I says, I'll pick Rocky 3, hey, and that's my good meaning behind
Funny, that brings back a memory. Do you remember in I think it's that '1 team, Michaela Hart, God rest her, had asked us to pick all the players to pick a song each.
Oh, a song.
No CDs then, there's a cassette, tape cassette, and your song was one of the Rocky ones. You couldn't pick one that's used already. But it was like 15 minutes long. Wasn't one of the popped up ones.
Wasn't Eye of the Tiger, like it was like
the way home
or something like that.
But mine was the A-team tune. So the way home was won the All-Ireland to put on the tape, and everything was pumped, and they were loving the A-team.
And then 1972.
The next thing, 12 minutes. Just sat the party in the bus. That's about 12 minutes. So you wanted to pick something that Mickey would approve too. So I was kind of dodging a wee bit with A-team was a bit.
But I take
way home was loving the A-team.
Hey, the Tiger was already picked in it.
I had to pick it with 10 times. It was one of the old Rocky ones you picked. You
I'll
mind
not
that?
tell you the next song I picked the year or 2 after.
Go on.
You'll laugh. You know what I picked? Elton John. Are you ready for love? That's what I picked.
I mean that.
I can't believe you just admitted that.
I know.
I mean in 21, Mickey McGee picked Shaggy. It wasn't me.
Brilliant.
That's right.
I think it might have played the way down the road too, you know,
Yeah.
to get you pumped. And then but the way home, there's a total different atmosphere. Like,
Yeah.
but it was them songs then get the crack going the way home. Like.
Yeah.
That's a great movie choice there.
That's
That's
John.
brilliant movie.
Definitely a good movie choice.
But Yellowstone's good today.
Yeah, it's good. Have you watched it?
I'm watching it.
Game of Thrones, good.
I've never finished it. I got it.
Or Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I loved Game of Thrones, but last season I was just put me off.
Disappointed the last season.
But
Yeah,
House of the Dragon has come along, and House of the Dragon's phenomenal.
I haven't
Is
watched
it? I haven't watched
I watched the
it.
first episode and those times.
Yeah.
I find sometimes a bit too violent for me, and I'm like,
I'm like, give me more friends.
The movie, Remember the Titans, is a great movie.
Oh, fantastic.
Aye.
Speeches and that from
Brilliant movie.
Denzel
Yeah.
Washington.
Aye,
Yeah,
very
super
good.
movie. And the storyline of it too, and based on a true story.
Yeah, and
what
some big
was that? Was
players.
that football?
American football,
Aye.
segregation, putting the white and the black
Yes.
school together, and they didn't want to play for
Yes,
each other. And
I've seen that. It's very good.
great
actually.
show, eh?
Great
Yeah.
show.
Like
And
that's
story too. Like,
Ryan
you know.
Gosling before he
Yeah.
was really big. There's a lot of names in there. Like,
Gladiators, another good one. I like Gladiators.
Oh, aye.
oh, fantastic film. Like,
Have you watched the new one with Paul Mescal in it?
Yes,
And?
good, but not as good.
Oh, right.
But I
felt
don't
like
think anything would have touched the original.
the original one, you came out and you could nearly rhyme off every line, whereas the second one, I came out and I was like, I couldn't remember any line from it.
Yeah, okay.
Still a good enough watch.
Yeah.
I thought, but it wasn't as.
Oh,
wasn't
some of the
touched, wasn't
Coliseum
touched.
scenes were
Yeah.
fantastic. Like, but I was going to say about I was cycling up to Shanahy. I went up to the border there, but on the way back, Patrick McSorley was moving maybe about 100 sheep at the same time. Like, so I was caught behind them, and there was a sheep that got away. So I went back on the bicycle to round up. I was like, am I in my own version of Yellowstone here? That's what I felt like.
Paddy's a great club man too. He's club chairman.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of effort over the years, and a lot of challenges in it too. Like, but
Who you, Andy? Jimmy?
Jimmy. I learned the ropes. I eventually got there.
Sticky to the horse.
Jeez, Jimmy done all right in the end.
I did.
No spoilers.
oh, right, I have 2 more to go.
I know, yeah.
But I've always been
halfway
wondering now.
through.
I've always saying to Lynn, Jimmy gets a lot of airtime for somebody who's got a real silly role, but to keep going back to Jimmy, there's something's going to happen. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's something
all
gonna happen.
I'll say is there's a part where it kind of all comes together, but they play a song, The Cowboy and Me, Tim McGraw. It's a phenomenal scene, phenomenal song, but
Right.
once you get to there, you're like, this show is amazing.
Right, okay.
Definitely.
I need to keep going with it then.
Keep her lit,
I'm only
Claire.
halfway through.
Keep her lit. So, what is so special about Aghyaran, and what's your favourite thing, or what is it makes this community so unique?
Well, I think it's the people, first and foremost, the people, but then what makes us, like, geography-wise, we are really cut off. We've mentioned it, we're disadvantaged. It maybe builds a bit of resilience in us, and for whatever reason, economically, like, it's really agriculture background. Over the years, I suppose, policies from councils and governments has put us that way. People can't get building down the parish, and there's no jobs even back as far as the forestry. Your dad probably if I'd tell you, was there sectarianism behind it or whatever, but
My fellow Randy was saying like all the work was going out of the community.
Yeah.
and they'd agreed to sell the land up around the forest, thinking this would create jobs.
Yeah.
They just took the whole thing away from them. So that bit of betrayal going on there, and but I think it takes, as the saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child,
Yes.
and it's the people of the parish for me. Like, and with tough tragedies too. I'm sure most communities are the same.
Pull
Here,
together.
there's nowhere else in the world I'd rather live than where I'm living. That's
Even
That's
with
a
your
great way
drive
to
up to down to
oh
Omagh.
yeah. Back to God's country every evening.
Yeah, you know you're coming back to something special.
And,
Like.
and the football club's a big part of that. I do
Yeah.
feel something, I suppose you asked earlier, I'm frustrated. I feel frustrated for some children in the parish who maybe aren't getting the parent support, that they aren't
Yeah.
bringing them to the football and bringing them any team support, any team sport, sorry. But particularly the parish like Aghyaran, the centre really is the centre of the parish. Unfortunately with some kids in the parish and their parents aren't prepared to make the sacrifices to bring them to that,
Or
and
it's
they're
just
missing
like-
out on so much. They're missing out on so much.
I think that life got so busy for a lot of people, like working ways or even working further away from home.
But for me, the key is invest in children because they'll more likely grow up healthy, happy people. And then if they're healthy and happy, you'll be happy. And
Yeah.
It's seeing that long
some
term.
people don't see that, which can be frustrating. But I say, hey, like Aghyaran's the bees knees. Don't get me wrong, now a week here and there getting away and so on. Right?
Portugal a week today.
But we've had weather like we've had like the last
I know
2
you
or 3
wouldn't
weeks.
want to go away then.
For me, hey, you see it out the window. Hey, it's the countryside. I just, hey, you're reared here, and I just think it's a great place for your children and stuff. know, it's not too busy, just nice for me. And then, hey, you have the club, the Aghyaran club, and it's a close community. No, I know, hey, some people it's not for everybody, but for me, hey, I love it, and everything's it's close, but you have space as well. Like.
You could have a full conversation with yourself out there. Nobody else.
Exactly. You talk away to yourself.
And Andy, you're like myself. You work in a secondary school, and you can see the advantages for children that grow up in the countryside.
Oh yeah.
The town children, you know, there's a lot of extra struggles and distractions that thankfully are more limited for our own children or for our own communities. Like,
And like the ones who live the closest to the school are the latest ones to arrive. That's what I've always found.
Yeah.
And the country people, they're coming in their buses. They're there like an hour earlier, and
Building that resilience.
yeah,
Yeah.
it really is.
but even socially and the challenges going on now in the current, you know, for young people in the minute,
On phones.
generally towns and city children who are really drugs
Struggling.
and addictions and
Yeah.
so on. You know, the countryside children are more sheltered and
Yeah.
you can keep an eye on them more.
Yeah.
You know,
You have more control over where
More
they're
control,
going,
aye.
whose house they're going to.
correct? Yeah,
Looking out for
Much
each other
safer.
as well.
Yeah.
So
You
we are
want to
there.
keep them as innocent as long as you can. Hey,
I
keep
know.
them in.
And here,
That's it, right.
something we don't take for granted too. Like I know, like the lanes don't know, but anytime any of the other ones come down, they love the scenery in Aghyaran.
Yeah.
We are so lucky, the views, like
Yeah.
there's everywhere's valleys.
Yeah.
You know, we don't really
Yeah.
appreciate it because you're looking all the time.
And I've had a lot of people calling to the door, you know, selling tickets from other clubs and everything, and they're standing at my door in Corleray going, "Wow, look at your view!" And I go, "Yeah, I know, it's pretty nice."
Yeah, when you see it every day, you kind
Yeah.
of take it a bit for granted.
Yeah.
But I think as I went to New Zealand in 05, and whenever I came back from New Zealand, I was like, it's here, it's on my
Yeah.
doorstep.
Aye.
Sometimes you don't see it when you're growing up until you
No,
go
that's
away
right,
and
you
come
don't.
back again.
You always think the grass is greener.
You
know,
always
and,
do, yeah.
And you do go away, you start to realise, you know, it's not. In the good times and in the sad times, at least you want to be at home. Like. But young people need to experience that for themselves to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
And
to
you
go
nearly
away.
need to
Yeah.
leave home to appreciate what you do have to come
So they're
back.
watching on their phone or their TV and they think, oh, there's the place to be. The reality is it's not always the case. Like.
But for us, like growing up, like you had to pick up a phone and ring somebody or cycle down to their house. Whereas now, like they're just texting. They could be in the same room texting each other.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's bizarre, like to.
What, and just totally off kilter here, Owen. How are you finding phones now in the secondary school?
I have no bother with it at all, to be honest.
Do you-
I would use it maybe to my advantage at times too. I'd say, right, like teaching history or politics, and
Yeah.
at times there is research.
Yeah.
I'd say, right, you've got 3 minutes, bring out your own device, and I want you to type in such and find out such, and then, you know, use a wee memory recall game or something
Right,
like that.
okay, yeah.
But the school actually brought on since Easter, we use something similar, Andy, and it's the band, that year 8s, their phones hands in first thing in the morning to the form teacher, and they get it back 5 minutes for the end of the day.
Wow.
So don't have it all day.
That's brilliant.
And the year 9s and 10s, so in my room now, there's a box. They come in, all the phones go into the box, and they get back at the end of the class. So 2 pilots are running now in the summer because it is becoming,
Yeah.
it's a third arm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're working with the juniors, and we're way up then, I suppose, at the end of June, which is better, taking it off them the whole day, or taking it off them.
What happens, like, because you'll always get like somebody crafty, or like throwing that burner phone, and
Yeah.
they're on somewhere else. What
If
happens?
anybody's seen outside of that then with their phone, then a parent has to go and to get it. Now that's a challenge if you live in Aghyaran.
Right,
Long run
okay.
for a parent. But say I don't have much bother with them, thankfully.
Yeah.
I would run the ski trips in the school.
Yes.
And for years it was strict, no phones allowed. And you would have caught them with phones times. Parents would have smuggled phones in the suitcases and
Yeah.
so on. But in recent years, really since COVID, we've started to let them have phones. And to be honest, it's far better. It's far, far better because they can contact people at home. Like for example, when we
Yeah.
were on the ski trips beforehand, we had one school phone. So every night you make them ring home and they lined up for an hour and a half. You can see them all ring. Whereas now they can send mummy and they can FaceTime
Yeah.
mummy and they can text people and all that
Yeah.
there, and they've regular contact. Like it's life's change, you know. You
I
have to
know.
accept it. Like,
Yeah.
but it's obviously controlling it.
And managing it.
But I find if you work with children, and you'll relate to this too. If you work with children, 9 times out of 10 they work with you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go and look on an argument, if you go and
Oh,
shouting and
guns,
you know, agonising,
Yeah.
you're going to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be blaming them then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because once you go up a notch, they
Yeah,
go up a
go up a
notch.
very
notch.
much.
Yeah, tactics.
Tactics, aye.
Yeah. Well, that was brilliant, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, that's very good.
Pleasure,
Thank
Rick.
you.
Yeah,
Good to have you. So thanks for being here, and thanks to Claire as always.
you're very welcome.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please join us again next time.
This is priceless because long after
Yeah,
our time,
I know.
that's still there. That's accessible.
that's
See, going
brilliant.
back to the club and just about the value of something. Maybe we mentioned last week the first ever jersey Arthur Meehan had won on. The Jared didn't mention no, and Arthur had it in the barn. But the time
The cow.
the time they went looking for it and realised couldn't be got.
The cow editor or something.
That was stayed back. But he had it in the barn. I suppose nobody really bothered. But how priceless would that be now?
No, I
Framed over in the
know.
centre. Something at the time, little value.
Yeah, but now,
Years from
yeah.
now, we are lucky, hey? Very, very lucky.
Chronicles of AghyNarnia.
AghyNarnia by Bob Dwyer. Read to you by Sir Bruce Wayne McKellen. At a junction of counties out in the northwest, there's a rural community that I like the best. It can boast of a village, a post office and shop, a pub and a hairstylist, where you'll get a neat crop. A variety of land, from the flat to the steep, makes more than good pasture for horses, cattle, and sheep. Our houses of worship look old but yet splendid. On each Sunday morning they are all well attended. Quite a few schools existed a decade ago, but now there's only St. Carol's where the young pupils go. So someday when you're wandering, you'll give us a shout to find all the other things I may have left out.
Chronicles of AghyNarnia.
Well, folks, playing us out today are a couple of amazing trad musicians, a brother and sister musical act from all the way up there in Tullycar, AghyNarnia. I'm so glad that they agreed to come out of retirement and give us a few special tunes. 1993 wasn't just a great year for the under-12 Invincibles of Aghyaran, but also for these two musicians as they won the Tyrone Scornanog, as well as national recognition by winning at the Fla in Clonmel in both piano and accordion. Please give it up for the fantastic Lawrence and Priscilla Connolly. Enjoy.
to
AghyNarnia
and beyond.
The Chronicles of AghyNarnia.